Oh boy.
Oh, welcome.
We're gonna witness. There's gonna be we're gonna be the friends who come over while our friend is getting yelled at by their dad or mom, and we just have to sit there and be like, "Ooh, ooh, ooh."
I'm so excited.
Well, shall we get started with a recap?
Hell yeah.
Let's do it.
Where is it? Just the music. Cool. Last we saw our heroes of Hyrule. They had reached Serene Stable at the edge of the woodland region, deciding which path to take to reach Rito Village in Tabantha. Still a few days' journey away. A journey that could be shortened by traversing the intimidating Tanagar Canyon instead. And once our heroes were satisfied with the information the stable workers had to share about another mysterious group trying to save Hyrule, down the rocky slopes of Tanagar Canyon they went, aided by Aquila and Lorhanan. The 11th hour spent a few days camping and traversing its floor, and though it was mostly uneventful, a few strange sounds and lights were perceived by some within the group, though nothing came from these occurrences as our heroes pressed onward through the canyon. Before the 11th hour could leave Tanagar unscathed, an energized Lydian accidentally stumbled upon a stone talus dwelling in the earth, though the rock monster was soon quelled by a charming effect the Rito managed to place upon it. And so our heroes exited the canyon and came upon Rito Stable, just outside the entrance to Rito Village. And that is where we find our heroes now. Lydian and Aquila spoke with stable owner Gali, while Inari lost an arm wrestling battle with a Hylian lumberjack. 11th hour, as you mill about the stable grounds here, a voice called out from within the stable's tent. Lydian? The smooth, dark voice of Hearth, the bowmaker, calls out to you upon seeing you in the entryway.
Skip this track.
I thought you were just gonna skip this interaction. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, can I
Who's
mash
Lydian?
A on this interaction? No. I will respond and say, Hearth, how do you do?
He gets up from the bed he was sitting at, and you can see his full figure. This dark. I gotta turn this music down. It got so loud. Dark blue indigo feathers, with some graying feathers around his head, and this full kind of head of hair feathers, but it's jet black and very voluminous. He stands up, walks over, and extends his wing to shake your hand.
I shake his hand right back.
It's been some time, boy. Brings you back.
Well, I mean, the recent events, obviously, how have things been with the giant mechanical beast in the sky?
Well, I brought Molly out here with me. We're not going back, and I couldn't bear to lose her, so we've been staying here at Rito Stable, just in case. So...
I see. Have you heard any word of my mother's or their whereabouts?
No, I'm really not caught up on any of that. I'm actively choosing to not be part of that. I'd like to stay retired, though if the need arises, I would be willing to enter the Rito Warriors again.
I mean, not just the Rito Warriors. I mean, if they're safe or not, specifically Solela or anything, I guess word about them.
I guess when we all left, I did see Solela and your younger sister, Lo, yes. They came out here with us, me and Molly, that is. I imagine Kree went with Tiba and the others to do whatever they had to do.
Yeah, I mean, this sort of occurrence is so unprecedented, and nobody had given me any updates on Kree, so I'm worried that they're going to fight off this giant mechanical thing without any sort of knowledge about it or anything, and they might get themselves killed. So we just came back to investigate.
I mean, as far as I would know, she'd be at the flight range with the others.
I see. And I will also extend my hands to my friends. This is well, these are all my friends in my little adventuring party that we've taken for a few months.
Hello, I'm Hearth. I own Crow and Arrow here. I'm sorry, Lydian. Who are they?
Should I
Yeah, I.
should I go? Okay, they don't seem very talkative. This is
I mean, Akila's trying not to laugh at Crow
Yeah.
and Arrow.
the short one is Aquila. The short one is Aquila. The tall one is Inari. The weird one is Lorhanan, and then the fish one is Natara.
Damn.
Yeah, diverse. We don't see we get a lot of Hylians and obviously Rito here. We don't see much of anybody else, so it's a pleasure to meet you all. I'm a retired Rito captain, and my daughter's around here somewhere, Molly. But yeah, welcome to Rito Village. I wish it could be under better times.
Nari immediately perks up when she hears him mention his shop briefly. Very casually, it's just like, what kind of weapons do you sell at your shop? Just bows and arrows, or?
Yeah, I mean, I have arrows. I make arrows, but I do make bows as well for the warriors.
The so pretty much all of the Rito warriors just use bows and arrows. No real like swords are for sale around here. I mean, the captains might have some, but in general, the armory is also in town. I mean, we can go there, but there's no real like long spears or anything if you're looking for that, Inari.
Well,
This is
This is so sad.
unfortunate.
there would be spears over at the flight range. A lot of them use it for training purposes and for patrolling the village. So there are spears. We do have Rito spears.
Lydian, I
Oh, are
think
they-
we should go look for one of your moms at the flight range, personally.
I mean, definitely. I think that's our
No.
biggest lead so far.
Oh,
but-
yeah.
Also,
Just kidding.
Hearth, are they for? They're not for sale though, right? Are you insinuating that we just like take one?
I mean, I'm not insinuating that. I'm saying that your mother and Tiba, if you really need a spear, are definitely preoccupied right now and would not notice if one went missing.
Hey.
These are
I like this
Hearth. I
guy.
thought you were
Yeah.
more of a stand-up Rito than this, but
Should I be
Intriguing.
insulted? I mean, you don't have to take one. I'm just saying that's where they are. If you were to.
can you? Okay, I was lagging for a little bit, so I'm going to turn my camera off. But okay. Either way, I think we head off to the flight range, and we'll just investigate from there. If you need anything, that's where we'll be, Hearth. If you have any updates, just let us know.
Yeah, I don't expect I'll get any. Just gonna stay here with my daughter.
Okay, gang.
You gotta loop the music.
Uh,
Oh, there it is. Okay. What do you guys want to
This
do?
is also 30 minutes. It has not been 30 minutes.
So,
We'll
The
go to
flight
this-
range.
This flight range?
where is that, Lydian?
What is that?
Yeah.
So the flight range is like the practice center / aggregating point for the Rito military. And Jenna, I would know on the map that it's like just north of town, right?
Yeah, you would know. You would know definitely where it is. Kreese brought you there before when you were younger, trying to get you to join.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like Pee Wee baseball. Uh-oh. You're gonna get yelled at by your overexcited mom.
And let's and looking up at the thing in the sky, I'm also going to say to the group and specifically Aquila that we should advise them to take extreme caution with this beast because if they act too hastily, they might, all get themselves killed. What when we get there and say they are arming themselves for combat, should we advise them to like stop, or like what could we say to convince them?
I mean, I'm not sure. These are your people.
It's
Right, but
frankly, if they're militarizing to attack this thing, they either have an extremely good plan, or they have no idea what they're doing, and they may be running headlong into danger.
Right. Usually Kree's a little bit more stable about those sorts of things. Not all Rito are as flighty as I am. No pun intended. I'm going to be making a lot of puns today.
Akila laughs.
I take this Akila laughing as more of a sign of like Akila is opening up to me emotionally and not just Akila finds puns funny. So
Okay. It's a bit of a reach, but all right.
with that, I will usher everybody over to the flight range to the north.
It'll probably take you guys a day to get there on foot.
A whole day.
Oof.
It's kind of far.
Any horses around?
I mean, yeah, you're at a stable.
Wait.
What?
Anari might. Well, no, this is dependent on whether you guys find horses or not. So I'm not gonna have Anari magically conjure a horse if no one else has a horse.
Maybe not a whole day. Maybe like 75% of a day. It's about
Would
noon
still be like
now for
nighttime
you
when
guys.
we get there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, we could at least. I mean, I'm assuming there's a spot for us to rest there if we get there. So it wouldn't be as dangerous as what we normally do. We don't have any other options.
We came here to find your family.
Right, and my family is, well, seemingly split up, but I think because we don't know anything about Kree, I think we go to the flight range and we make it there.
Well, I mean,
Sounds good.
Yeah, listen to anything you want to do.
Well, not anything.
Well, no, of course, Lohan,
Right.
and
Yeah.
there's limits.
Thank you for humbling me, Lohan.
Anytime.
Yeah, I think it's tough because do you all want to take horses? We'll take a quick vote. Do we want to get horses from the stable, or do we want to just go on foot?
Covered with a horse, so if everyone else wants to do a horse, that's one less horse we need to buy or rent.
I mean, are there horses to rent or buy here? I
Yeah.
thought they're all like just housed horses.
Let me quick ask. Hold on, don't tell me. Golly.
Golly.
Let me ask him. Yeah, golly.
Mhm.
Are there horses available for rent that we could take out, or anything for like a day's travel?
The blonde man with like his bushy mustache smiles and says, "Oh, well, let's look in the book." And he opens up the book, and like that is before him. Finds your name because he knows like to look for you. And says, "Okay, it looks like your horse is stored at Serene. All right, shoot. Teleportation is down though."
Yeah. No, I mean like unregistered horses that you guys just have.
No, we
or
don't
rent.
have that. You have to register your horse to have it in the network.
All right. Well, looks like we're going on foot, everybody.
Let's get moving.
Golly, keep your head low and stay out of trouble.
You
All right.
got it.
Okay. And we're gonna go ahead north of the stable and try to get to the flight range.
Yeah. So you guys, there's no path this way. Typically, nobody really walks to the
Hey.
flight range. But you guys go off the path and start walking north, pressing through some trees, and you come out to like this kind of nice clearing area where you have Matt, you can play.
I was just about to play C.
I was gonna say B. You could just do B.
Oh, that's actually the one I had highlighted.
Okay. Well, yes. You guys get through that tree line, and there are still some scattered pine trees about, but you kind of have this clearing before you, where to your left is the lake that surrounds Rito Village, and you can see it in its full glory and on that giant rock spire. But then to the right, there is kind of a almost like relief in the rock, the rocky mountainside that would be that would follow along this way, and you can see like a another sort of lake further down, like not further down, but like at a higher elevation of water. So you're kind of on this like pass that is very wide, a couple 100 feet wide, but on either side there's water, bodies of water with different elevations. So that's kind of interesting. And as you go across this part, trying to continue on to Lydian, what you know as Dronok's Pass, which is the entryway to the flight range, you come upon a small shack that is just isolated out here, kind of up some like rocky stairs and just present, made of wood, and a little bit of smoke is coming out from a little chimney on it.
Do I know who would live here?
You probably make a history, make an intelligence check for me. See if you know.
Okay, intelligence. Oh, my thing glitched. I picked wisdom first by accident. Intelligence is 17.
Yeah, I mean, you seeing this at first, you're kind of like, what is this? Do I know what this is? Oh, this must be cardinal directions. The thing that you would know on a 17. The Rito Warriors are not a fan of this business.
Oh.
Yes. And as you guys approach, because it is like along your way, you can see a beautifully painted sign, though split and like kind of tied together. Like, so it's a big sign. There's a split down the middle, and there's a rope that goes around it that kind of holds it in one piece. And the art on it says cardinal directions, beautifully painted, but just damaged and repaired.
I would just say to everyone that this is the Rangers Guild. I assume that the sign has been damaged here, but they basically help navigate parties through the Hebra Mountains, kind of like, you know, a park ranger sort of type.
Oh, interesting. Well, good thing we're not going into the Heber Mountain today.
I was thinking the same thing in Ari.
But just it's back of your mind sort of thing. Well, I don't know. We're probably going to see Inari's family next, so we're going to be going south. But anyway, let's keep moving.
Yeah. And so you guys press on, just for the sake of you guys are kind of having like a different area of travel. Somebody roll a d20 for me.
Katie, have you been the only person who hasn't done that yet? I'm trying to remember from last session.
Probably.
Yeah, because my luck is shit, so...
Well, we'll see how mine is.
Perfectly normal.
You're right in the middle.
Right down the middle.
Balanced.
10.
What's that going to be?
A 10.
10.
10. Okay, so you guys continue onwards, and through this day, when you guys pretty much arrived at Rito's stable, it had started to snow, and as you guys come around, like the bend here, traversing this somewhat, I mean, it's not at all difficult terrain to traverse. It's just a matter of like occasionally you have to kind of like hike it up a steep slope and then, go through some trees. It's really not a difficult journey. But this light snow as you continue on begins to get a little denser and denser and denser, and you guys continue on, and eventually I should pull up your map for you.
So we're now trudging through snow, you said?
Yes, now the snow has started to gather, and is a couple, not a couple, but like a solid like 2-3 inches on the ground as it starts to pick up.
So, like, as soon as we get to, like, the start getting into snow, I just start, like, giving Inari looks.
Inari grimaces back and just makes a show of like high lifting her heeled feet that are exposed to the snow, like out of the snow every step she takes, and she's like very bitter. Like she.
And then I'll be like, Lydian,
Yes.
is it cold where we're going?
Yes.
It
Tara
seems to
also
be a little bit.
And Natara doesn't wear clothes.
Wait,
How
sorry,
cold is
Nitara, what
mine?
did you say?
She like doesn't really wear actual clothes.
Oh.
And it's acceptable.
Just saying.
It's acceptable for,
Right.
the Zora race. They are covered in scaled skin, so.
Meanwhile, like Lydian with his down feathers, it's like the equivalent of like wearing shorts in like the winter time, and like those guys that just like, oh, what are you talking about? It's not even cold at all. So
I think I'm the only one who may be properly dressed for this.
I will just say, I will share that. It's just a little bit further. That's just some trail off from the Hebras, and it's very natural. Try to like breathe a little bit, let yourself kind of bathe in the natural atmosphere of it. It's very refreshing.
Bathing in it right now, and I don't feel refreshed at all, Lydian.
Inari, I don't. What do you want? Do you want my like robe thing that I have around my back?
No, I'll survive. I'm not going to be happy about it though. She just starts walking again.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. We can buy some winter clothes when we're in town, but I didn't really anticipate the weather forecast. I'm just only the navigator here. I'm not the weatherman. So
You live here, Lydian.
Nara looks back over at Lorhannon like, what the fuck? You know it's bad because we're agreeing on things. This is like...
Akila is checking her notes for ways to help people deal with the cold.
As
yeah,
you
how
guys,
cold is Natara finding this? Because like I'm in water a lot, and that can't necessarily. That's probably cold. But...
yeah, you should generally be okay, I think,
Oh, okay.
for right
just
now.
us desert. It's just us desert people who.
Yeah.
Then,
Well, they'll go
Jenna-
to
Yes.
they'll go to the desert soon enough.
Jenna, can I unsheath my my flame sword and just like have it be an incubator around us and be like, here, okay, look, it's a little lamp.
It emanates a little bit of heat, and those of you not used to this environment feel a little bit better, but still, the snow is falling on you, and it's making your clothes cold and wet, and just everything cold and wet. And as you guys talk and continue to move forward, you realize that you're not really able to see as far as you were when the snow was light, kind of obscuring your field of vision beyond a certain point. Not like you can't see your hand in front of your face kind of thing, but like your range of vision is a little more limited than it was as the snow continues to fall.
Lydian?
Why are you pointing at me for what Hylia wants?
You're right. What was I thinking? And I go back to muttering and checking my books.
I'm sorry that I didn't know it was gonna snow. I just found out my family might be dying. I'm sorry, but maybe I'm the only person in this group with a little bit of empathy.
You found that out a week ago.
Yeah, and this is the fastest that we could get here, okay? And backsassing me while I'm trying to navigate the snowstorm is not gonna get us anywhere.
I have 8 torches in my inventory. Do we
I
want to
think
start
it-
distributing and using those?
Yeah, it might be better than just having like.
Rather than
I
just
think
everyone needs their own source of heat. So I will. Do you want a torch, Lorhanan and Ari?
Yeah, that would be lovely.
Okay. Then I will use 3 of the torches in my inventory, and I'll use my firebolt spell to light the torches.
And doing this does help you guys. It kind of burns away snow that would otherwise be landing close to you where the fire is, and also just provides a little bit of warmth. Though it's not like freezing cold, it's just kind of it's pretty cold out, you know? But you guys press onwards, and eventually the sun begins to well, you can't even see the sun. It begins to get darker as you guys continue onward.
How heavy would it have to rain for Natara to not have to bathe for the day?
It would probably have to be considered
I'm wondering.
probably be considered heavy precipitation if it would of rain.
I was at the
She
stable.
implicitly gave it at the stable.
Yes.
So.
No, I know. I'm just wondering, like now, like we're getting wet from the snowfall. Like I wonder if it just downpoured, if Natara wouldn't have to go sit in a horse trough for the day.
Yeah.
This is considered heavy precipitation right now, but it is snow, not rain.
Oh, boy.
So
Is it? It's not. Is it blizzarding right now? Like, is that what it seems like?
Seems like that's what it's building up to.
Oh my god!
Uh-huh.
We're gonna be in the middle of a blizzard.
well, like, what do you want me to do?
I'm just gonna put us out of our misery. I'm gonna take the blizzrod and use it to decrease the temperature further. I'm gonna end our adventure real quick. Make it Arctic sub-zero temperatures.
Oh,
And Ari looks at Lorhanan and is just like, when we go in the desert, we'll make sure to share with everyone, the perils that they'll face as they enter.
Like no water.
I nod, and I kind of like step a little closer to Nari and go, should I just charm him to turn us around, or?
I mean, I'm considering it, but we should probably let him just do this, because if not, he'll find out you charmed him, and then we won't hear the end of it, and I'd feel really bad.
Where's the document of holding? Doesn't anybody have like flowers or something that makes them resistant to the cold?
And Ari hears that and looks at Lorhanan and is like, I don't know, we might have to do this.
We technically we could make something that gives cold resistance.
There's like 5 of us. How are we going to? Do we have enough to cover
Well,
all
yeah,
of it?
we only need. I mean, we just make a big meal like usual.
Yeah,
Oh.
Savina. One sizzle thin girl. Those all have cold resistance. Apparently.
Yeah, I mean,
We got a sizzlefin
could,
trout.
Can we cook in
I
this
was about to say,
weather?
what are we supposed to do? Just sit down and start a fire here? There's 4 inches of snow on the ground.
Yeah,
Ari
we'll
looks. You know what you can still do in the desert? Cook.
oh my god.
oh,
Give
I
an
don't
Ari
want to.
high five.
I do not want to hear. I do not want to hear the desert's better than cold. It's the desert kills people like so often. Okay.
This does.
I'm sure we could clear a spot if we needed to cook. Do you know how much further it is, Lydian?
Jenna, do I?
Make a perception check with disadvantage.
Oh boy.
You're really scared. It's with
This is
disadvantage.
so bad.
What's it
Yeah.
Okay.
Here, wait. I'm gonna give myself bardic inspiration
okay.
for that roll.
Save my last use of Flash of Genius for that.
Oh,
Oh, worth it.
That's a 24,
Holy shit.
right? No, 23.
No.
23.
So based on like your general idea of like how far you guys have walked, you know that there's definitely a path like pretty close ahead, and you probably only have another like 2 hours to go.
There's a cooking pot at the place, right? At the flight range.
I mean, you could reasonably assume that because it's, you know, a military
have-
training area.
And I would assume that there's like shelter, I assume.
You could
right?
reasonably assume that it's the military
Okay,
training
cool.
area.
I'm just making sure it's not like open
good.
to the air and they're like, okay, now we're here and it's a snowstorm.
And it's still miserable.
Yeah. And
Okay,
so
go
ahead.
I was gonna say I will share with everybody. It's only about like an hour and a half, like lowballing it. Like it's fine. We're gonna be fine. And then there's a cooking pot there. We can cook something for the way back.
Probably not worth using then.
I will say, with what was it, 23 you said perception?
Yes.
In like you do spot the trail that you know is there, and you guys find this trail and begin to follow it to the best of your ability, despite it is now covered in like 5 inches of snow, and you start moving along that trail to reach Dranox Pass. Anybody do anything else as you guys trudge along in the snow?
You just hear Inari whispering prayers to the 7 heroines under her breath in like the most like toxic tone, the most vitriolic tone she's probably ever used around you guys.
This is an angry prayer.
That's it, yeah.
Can I try to forage along the way, see if there's any cool plants?
What's the foraging? Yeah, make a survival check. I feel like, hang on, let me just double check if that needs to be with... Does it rely on sight? It has to be with disadvantage. It does rely on sight.
That's going to be a 12, and I'm going to add 4 with my last use of Flash of Genius to make it a 16.
Does that do it? A 16 does it.
Thank goodness.
Let's see. How much food? What is your wisdom modifier, Aquila?
1.
You forage 6 pounds of food, so there's enough for all of you. But it's not specific food; it's just foraged food. Additionally, if you are also trying to get water, because you do technically get water from this kind of thing, 3 gallons of water you could collect from the snow as it falls across this entire journey here.
Okay, I've added that to the document of holding for everyone.
Thanks, Aquila.
As you guys continue on, the path begins to slope upward pretty drastically, and upward and upward and upward, and you spend about an hour going up. At this point, will need con saving throws from everybody.
Oh boy!
Oh, Lydian.
From everyone, including Lydia.
Oh boy.
I'm so
Yeah,
cold.
I don't have any cold resistance or anything.
Oh, okay, good.
Saving throw?
Well, not
Yes,
for Lydian,
con
but
saves, please.
for my roll.
I'm proficient in that. Thank God.
We actually all did pretty well.
Yeah.
I was the low end with a 14.
We have Jenna. We have 18. Natara got 18, and Nari got 17. I have 16. Aquila has 16, and Lorhanna has 14.
Okay, you guys are all fine.
Ah, look at that.
Easy.
Wow.
I was
finally-
really ready to.
All the bitching
And
we
guys,
did, and we're fine.
I still
Wow.
stand.
If you ever get
Yeah.
too cold,
I'm shivering.
if you ever get too cold, I can just wrap some silvery barbs around you, and they'll warm you up, and I can make you pass your con save. So don't even worry about it.
Not how it works.
Oh no, you're right. That's not how the ability works.
What was the thing? So, at this point, however, because this is past the threshold of like travel for today, because you guys started today at the base of Tanagar Canyon, scaled it, reached Rito's stable, and then went like an extra, and that was like half the day, and then you guys went more than a full day of travel reaching this point. You do, I believe, just take a level of exhaustion from traveling too long.
You guys, it's fine.
But you
I
do
was just
make
about-
it there.
We can't stay here. Yeah, we can't stay out in the open. We have to get to this base.
You
So,
do
yeah, it's
make
fine.
it there successfully. Eventually, you kind of come through this part of like this rocky, snow covered path, and there's bits of like what's the word, like hanging, like rocks that kind of like hang over top of you, cantilevered, that are cantilevered over the path, and you pass under those and feel this like burst of like strong wind, as you arrive at the flight range. And what this place is you go up you step off the path onto like a wooden ramp that goes upwards to this 2-story kind of Rito style shelter, and by that it means very open, kind of like a gazebo with tarps, almost like a woven fabric stretched on the sides of where the openings are, and this ramp goes up to that second level, and there is a lower level. At that second level, you can see there is a fire burning, with a cooking pot above it, and you feel that breeze, that strong wind coming from the left of you, and you can see that there is a giant cylindrical void in the ground, that just all of the snow seems to be blowing up from it. Whereas everywhere else, the snow is kind of falling from the sky. It just looks like snow is blowing up here. And this is the flight range. There are a couple Rito over by that fire, but beyond that, it is night, so not active right now.
I would guide everybody over to the second floor, like around that fire, as soon as possible, I guess.
Yeah, you guys go up that ramp, and reaching the top of it, Lydian, you immediately recognize the white, mostly white, and with some dark feathered Rito, that is Teba.
Okay, cool.
And around with him, sorry, my document is reloading. There are 3 other Rito warriors that you see. Well, at least one full Rito warrior, as the other 2 seem kind of like young trainees. So up here with him is Verla, a greenish, like a dark hunter green colored Rito woman, who's a warrior. And then on either side, between her and Teba, are, first you recognize Tulin, almost looks identical to his father at this point, and Lo is also here.
Oh.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
What? Okay, what are they doing
Oh
around
no,
the
guys,
fire?
Lo got drafted into the army. Lo's going to Vietnam.
Can I play Fortunate Son?
No. You can smell that they are cooking a stew of some kind, it seems. What would it be? Just like some kind of vegetable stew, it would be. And kind of like seeing and hearing that somebody's coming up, Teba quickly like stands up and reaches for his falcon bow, and kind of looks and calls out, "Identify yourselves."
It's Lydian, Teba.
What? And then Lo stands up. She goes, "Lydian?"
We need to come in. We have a lot to discuss.
There's no doorway or anything. You guys can just walk right in.
We are going to walk in. We have a lot
Nari
to
and I have
discuss.
already walked in.
Yeah, we're like already up there, just like.
Don't mind my friends. They're just looking for some warmth.
And I mean, you don't get very much from like the shelter itself, but the fire does kind of fill this little sort of half indoor, half outdoor room. And you guys do feel warm once again. It seems that the four warriors here are in leather armors that seem to have like furs sticking out, so they must be some kind of warmer thing that they can endure this environment here. And Lo just goes, Lydian, what are you doing here?
What are you doing here? I thought you were back with Celella.
I'm training to be a warrior now.
You're training to be Okay, Teba, what's the meaning of this?
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Well, I'm not sure how to put this, but ever since what happened, with what happened, Lo decided to join Tulin in his training for becoming a warrior. I don't know how to explain what happened.
Listen, my friends and I are trying to get warm. This is Akila, Inari, Natara, and Lorhanan. I know
Aren't
that you
all
didn't remember that.
freezing? There's a blizzard out
Yes. Yes, we
Well,
are
okay.
very cold.
there.
They're fine. They're just fragile.
Make room.
We're fragile?
The green Rito kind of like shuffles around, and so does the younger white Rito that looks to be the son of Teba. And they kind of like make room, and it's going to be crowded, but everybody can kind of huddle around this fire now. Lo and Teba do not sit down though. From where they are, there are not enough stools, so some of you guys will have to kneel. But they still stand like looking with Lydian, and Teba says, I mean, Lydian, do you mind if we pull you aside for a second to explain something?
Wait, sorry. Did you say Teba said, "Can you
Yes,
pull me?"
he's
you glitched
asking
for a second.
Yeah,
Teba's going to pull me aside for a second.
Yes, Teba wants to pull you aside with Lo also.
Yes, sure. I'll go with him while my friends warm up, and like I'll also encourage everybody to like cook with what we have. Cook one of the cold resistant meals. If there's nothing else in the pot.
There is something in the pot. There's something already cooking. It smells pretty good. The four of you fill in, kind of gathering around with the other two Rito that are there. The woman, the green, dark green Rito woman, greets you all. Hello, I'm Verla. I am a Rito warrior. This is Tulin. This is Teba, our captain's son. He's a warrior in training, and he kind of like extends his winged feather to whoever would have sat next to him. Who sat next to Tulin?
I'll say Inari did.
He extends his wing to you right away, and he says, "Hi there, I'm Tulin."
She's immediately thinking back to the arm wrestling competition. It like goes to her brain like briefly because she just sees an arm extended and it's like, but yeah, she'll shake it.
He seems pretty young. He seems probably about Lo's age.
So are you a young warrior?
Soon to be a full warrior. I have had my training here for the past 2 years now, so soon. Hopefully sooner, given what has happened. But, yeah.
What has your training been like?
Well, I'm so glad you asked. I mean, it's been a lot of bow training, but as well as survival training, wilderness survival. That's been kind of my favorite part. I wasn't expecting. Building fires and learning how to navigate Hebra. The final thing, actually that I have to do in order to become a Rito warrior is 2-part training. There's a archery challenge, and then I get dropped somewhere in the Hebra Mountains and have to make my way back.
That's incredible. We don't have any training like that in Gerudo Town whatsoever. We don't have survival training. That's quite
Are you
useful.
a warrior for where you're from?
Yes. Maybe. Yeah, I would say so. I just guard Gerudo Town. They're
Verla-
warriors.
Oh.
Sorry, that's it. That's all I was gonna say. Good.
Verla kind of like is intrigued by this. Well, what is your training like?
You know, it's a lot more so. I'm a guard, so it's a bit different than the Gerudo warriors. I mainly handle making sure that no men enter Gerudo Town. We haven't had many issues with anything big in a while, so I guess my training was a bit light. I can handle a sword, or a glaive, a spear, shield, all those things. I can use them, but maybe a little more limited than what you've been doing.
Verla says then, well, we'll have to spar sometime. I'm very interested to see what your weapon skills are like.
And Ari leans back. That would be lovely. That would be great. I haven't sparred with someone in a very long time. It's just been straight fights. We fought like a rock thing recently. I don't know what they're called.
A talus? Was it a rare one?
Yeah. There's rare ones?
Oh, yes. There's many varieties of them. There's also Titan taluses.
Well, I know for a fact we did not fight a Titan talus. And I'm assuming this one maybe wasn't rare. There's a bunch of little ones that kind of hung out around it.
Oh, the little peblets, I see. When I was doing my journey back from the Hebra Mountains, I came across a bunch of those little ones, though they were all icy. There was like ice adhered to them. So I used one of my lit torches to help defend myself.
Genius.
Thank
Must
you.
respect that. I couldn't handle the cold. My friend and I here were not used to it.
The Zora?
I mean, how has Natara been handling the snow? Like, I know it's not comfy, but like,
I'd asked Ben earlier. I was like, would Natara have seen snow before?
Huh.
But
Yeah, you probably have.
I don't know anything about the map. Where
There's like another snowy, cold region that's not quite as expansive as the one you guys are on like the edge of right now. That is near Zora's domain. So you would be familiar with that, Atara. But yeah, you all continue conversation here with the two, the Rito warrior and warrior in training, at the fire as Tulin kind of stirs the stew, which kind of smells like some kind of vegetable or root-based stew, but it smells very good. As we pan over to Lydian, where Taba has pulled you and Lo actually downstairs. You've gone down like the stacked flight of stairs to the more armory area. There's racks of spears and swords, but mostly a lot of bows and barrels of arrows down here. So he still kind of like he runs his like feathered fingers like through the feathers that stick up on top his head. I mean, Lo already knows. It's just a matter of how are we going to tell you what happened. Then he kind of pauses for a little bit, and Lo's kind of there with her arms crossed, and she kind of like, instead of paying full attention, is kind of looking about the weapons in the room below here.
Yeah, I mean, any information would be like we trudged through the snow to get to this point. I mean, Lo has been saying that nobody has heard of where Kree has gone. Like, what happened during the attack? Like, what what transpires Kree?
Teba clears his throat. On that day that it all kind of began, that thing in the sky above the village came out of the northwest area, I believe, and it just began circling above. And so, per our training, one of the divisions, I was either my division or Kree's division, had to go up and investigate it. Because we could not send both in case the thing was dangerous. And as it reached Rito Village, these strong winds followed, and these blood-curdling caws as well. And so Kree's division went up to investigate it. And once they were up there, it began blasting something, some kind of magic or energy. I don't know much about that, but it blasted her right out of the sky. And the Rito guards that were up there with her, some of them sustained injuries, but they said that she fell somewhere in Hebra. I would send out a search party of sorts to find her, but I'm the only captain right now, and we're trying not to worry people too much, but Lo found out, and as soon as she found out, Lo interrupts. As soon as I found out, I had to join the guard. The warriors. There's no way I was gonna not do something about this.
So you joined the Rito Guard,
Warriors.
the exact military establishment that lost our mother, instead of, I don't know, telling me.
How do I tell you that over the stupid rocks from Solella?
You have 25 words. 25 words, Lo.
I don't know when
you went to
you're
school.
gonna. I don't know when you're gonna just call me, and I'm like, Lydian is in who knows where Hyrule, so what if he is in danger and has to send a message? I don't want to send the message first. And
Lo,
first, hang on. At
nothing. No. What? What is it?
At first, I didn't know anything, but I was trying to figure it out. And then I came over here thinking maybe she was here because she wasn't at the hospital wing. And so I came here and Teva told me. He had to. I was here. And so I was like, all right, sign me up. I'm for Tulin's tutoring or whatever that you're doing with him. I need to join.
You're not. If I restrict you from joining the guard, whatever you're about to do, you're not allowed.
You don't have that power over me.
It's just, I need to do this as,
it's what Kree would want.
Okay, you don't know what Kree would want. Kree is forlorn in the Hebra Mountains at this point. We don't know where she is.
And
you have the power to send a message first. I don't know if you know that or not.
I know that, but what if you're in danger?
But, this family is the most important thing to me. I don't care if I'm in danger. This family is the thing that I care about the most. So whenever something happens to it, obviously we dropped everything and I drug all my friends here and through the snow. They don't want to be here, but I had to bring them here because preserving this and our family unit is the most important thing to me in all of Hyrule. So would you please just work with me for one time, and instead of going off and doing your random rebellious things or joining the guard or getting yourself killed, just try to find some more information to where we can actually feel more cohesive as a family.
There's nothing I can do. I can't just go off into Hebra, get lost myself, and die trying to find Kree.
what about protecting Solella? I mean, you
That's
have
what
the
I'm doing.
skills
I
for
just
it.
joined the guard. That's what the warriors. That's what
Okay.
I'm doing.
That's protecting the whole village. I mean, just like at its core, because everything is scattered. I mean, what's Solella doing right now? She could be anywhere.
She's been in her workshop.
I know you want to do the valiant thing, and I appreciate it. But it's just not like if Kree got out of the sky. I mean, you got shot out of the sky. I mean, who's to say that you won't? Like, that's not protecting. That's just dumb. I mean, there's a difference between being courageous and just being dumb.
Teva, who's been listening to this the whole time and rather uncomfortable by the sibling fight that is happening, interrupts and says, "Well, to be fair, it only attacked when we got close to it. It seems that, and it has been up there for, what, over a week now? And it hasn't done anything else. It was just when the warriors went up to it that it attacked."
So why did you investigate a giant mechanical like monstrosity that you don't know what it does? Like, why did you even get close to it?
I did not. We had to divide we used the division system, and Kree's division went up.
Oh, you used the division system to throw my mother into the Hebra Mountains. Wonderful.
You don't think I've been here
Perfect.
upset about it every day since? It has been impossible. If we had a second captain, we could send a division into the Hebra Mountains to find her. We can't send just a small group. We need everybody here in case something happens with that monster in the sky. Our priority, and Kree would agree with this, is to protect the village. If it were me lost in that wilderness, and it should have been my division that went up. And I've been reeling with that ever since. But she would want to keep everybody here to protect Rito Village. I cannot spare any warriors to go find her, even though there is a chance she is still out there. It's part of our training to be able to survive out there.
If I'm gonna pull up the map and just say, like, generally, can you give me like a radius of where you think Kree might be? I will mull it over, and my friends and I might go searching for her, but we have plenty of other things to do around Hyrule. It seems like all four corners are completely, going up in flames right now. So I don't know where that lies on our priority as a group, but can you point out anywhere where she might be, where we can start looking?
He looks at your map, and your map does not have, it's totally blank in the Hebra area. So he points out to you a mountain peak that is close by, and says, "This is Talanto Peak." And then another one, a bigger one, he points out, even higher. "This is Hebra Peak." I imagine she is beyond Talanto, but could not be any further than Hebra.
Okay, so I will draw a quick circle just like there. Okay. I mean, I know that like my friends are very anxious to be getting to their, we have a Gerudo friend who wants to go south, and our other friend is from the Kakariko area, and it's just, and then we have one from Lorelin that's all the way across the continent. It's and I don't want my selfishness to kind of overtake our own plans for where we travel, but promise me, Teba, I know you're reasonable, and I trust you as a close family friend. Just if Lo, walks into this whole, Rito Warriors business, please keep her safe as best you can. Like, that's, I mean, we've already lost one at this point. We can't afford to lose my baby sister.
I mean, I can't reasonably promise special treatment, though I do try to keep all of my warriors safe. I mean, we're a close community, and I don't know. I hope that wherever Kree is, she is making her way back.
What do I know about Kree's like survival skills, especially with her experience in the Hebras? Do I think that she has much longer?
I mean, you kind of realize, like, you've heard Rito warriors talk about their survival thing coming back from somewhere random in Hebra. She doesn't really talk about her time there, ever. But it had to have been something, quite impressive for her to have risen to be a captain. She is a captain. She teaches the other Rito warriors how to survive in Hebra. If she survived the fall, which is entirely possible, there's a lot of powdered snow everywhere in Hebra.
Mm-hmm.
If she survived, there's a chance she is still alive, though maybe not for much longer if she does not make it back soon.
Right. I would just huffily sigh, and then I just keep in contact with me via the stones, but I need to get back to my friends right now.
Well, there's
nothing else I can say.
We're all stuck here together until the blizzard clears.
You're right. But I'm gonna make my way upstairs without another word.
Mm-hmm. You do. The rest of you.
How loud was Lydian?
Oh, they were yelling.
We had to have heard that.
Yes.
Fight,
oh
right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, probably tough to get details from it. Because there is also the rush of wind from the flight range itself, just outside of the little shack you got, the little structure you guys are in. But you definitely heard shouting. And what have you guys been talking about since while this is happening?
I think like Ari would be curious about how LG is handling the cold. Because we sort of never.
I
forgot about LG.
Well.
Yeah.
Does he seem like he's affected by the cold weather?
It seems that LG has like been thawing their claws by the fire. It seems that perhaps some of the mechanical systems got wet and froze a little, and so they were kind of like for the last like hour or two, like kind of like trudging, limping, and then eventually just kind of grabbed onto Akila's pack and like just dragged behind. And they've since like opened their claw and like been thawing all the joints. LG is any pronouns.
I didn't get to talk to LG the other day, but I meant to tell LG, you did very well and you were very brave against the stone taluses.
Gives a little dignified whistle, like.
Let me know if you have any damage. I can see if I can help out. I know you're probably not used to the harsh cold like the rest of us.
Continues just to like thaw and just gives like a kind of like a cooing, like woo. But sure enough, following the shouting and a moment of quiet, Lydian emerges from the stacked stairs that are across the structure.
I think at least Akila will sort of look at him and wait for him to say anything and just sort of go back to sitting around the fire.
I will just say, sorry, Katie, were you going to say something or was that noise?
I was just saying we're just going to stare him down.
I forgot, this is the no social skills party.
I will just like solemnly look at the floor and then blink and look up at my friends and say that my mother is missing in the Hebrew Mountains. I know I've dragged you through a lot, but I will say that there's a good chance that she is capable of making her way back. There's a better chance of her being dead, and there's an even better chance of us going out to find her being fruitless and one of you dying. So I I can only throw up my feathers at this. I think we just we stay here for right now. We take a look around Rito Village, make sure everything's safe. We don't have the means of taking down the monstrosity, but I'm feeling pretty helpless at this point. I think we just carry on south. Lorhanan, you're right. We'll just go somewhere else, okay? We'll go somewhere else.
I give Lydian a hug.
Oh,
Yeah, I want to go up and at least put a hand on Lydian's shoulder. Well, I think
Aw.
we have some
Yeah.
preparation to make then, because I don't know about the rest of you, but I like those odds.
yes. If your mother's still alive, why not help her?
I
We
don't
can
know.
find her.
She always gets out of this, and like she'll just yell at me for throwing myself at danger. Like I just yelled at Low for doing the same thing.
How did she
I
get
mean,
lost
she's a
in the
warrior.
mountains?
She was her division was sent up to go investigate the giant beast in the sky. It has some sort of defense mechanisms attached to it. You know, shot her, and she plummeted. She, might have been broken by the snowfall, but I, I don't know. I don't know.
This is in the pursuit of helping family, and as much as I complained, which was a lot, if you think your mother's still alive, we should look for her. Anyway, she's a warrior. I don't know she'll exactly look at
I
you
just-
poorly if you're going to help her.
Sounds like it's more than a
It is.
chance that she survived.
I just don't want one of you to, me to drag you through mountaintops and then one of you guys perish and then I've just killed another one of my family members.
I think we're quite capable of handling the mountains. We've made it this far.
Yes, and now we have a chance to prepare for the next day. We won't be caught
Yes.
in a blizzard.
Plus, if one of us dies, honestly, that's our fault, not yours.
I mean,
No.
I'm not sure we should even go that far, but sure.
You know, it's all about making smart choices.
Akila is going to immediately set to work then. I'm going to immediately start changing enchantments and infusions.
I will turn to the other party or like the other Rito that are there, and I will ask them if the brazen beak is still, if that's still like operational, and if they still have like warm weather or cold weather clothing for sale.
Verla, hang on one second. Verla will talk to you about this. I mean, they have armors. They don't necessarily. I mean, Neck really is more of just a leather worker. Though Weave the Nest has been really picking up ever since poor old Mithy passed away. Her daughters have really excelled in providing all new kinds of fits and such, including warm weather.
My stomach kind of does a little flip at that. And I'll say, "Oh, okay. Great. Yeah, we will go ahead and visit. We will pay them a visit."
I heard about you and Laissa, so let me know when you
No,
do,
you
so
don't.
I can keep up with that drama.
Oh.
Wait, what?
I don't think.
Uh-oh.
Who am I talking to? Also,
This is
am
Verla.
I talking to Lo?
No, this is Verla.
Oh,
She's
Verla,
a couple
Verla.
years older than you, and she's a Rito warrior.
Yeah. Verla, listen, it's not really. I wouldn't stick your beak in other people's tail feathers, if you know what I mean.
That's a
I
good
mean,
one.
the
I like
town's
that.
been talking about it, Lydian.
They haven't been talking about the bird that killed my mother, but
Well,
they've
I
been
mean,
talking about.
before then. I mean, it happened, what, right before you left?
I mean, can we not in front of my friends, please?
It's pretty embarrassing.
Okay, it's not that embarrassing. It's just it happens to everybody. It's fine.
A short while, while this conversation's happening, Lo comes up the stairs, followed by Teba, and Lo goes and sits down at the stool she was sitting at, just kind of like arms crossed. And Teba walks over and he says, "Well, sounds like the stew is done. Anybody interested in carrot stew?"
You can hear when a stew is done.
Seems like the stew is done. Fuck you.
What an incredible perception.
You rolled
That's why he's a
25 in
Rito
his perception
captain.
check.
That's-
He can hear. He's like, it's done.
That's why he's a Rito captain.
I
He
can
can
smell
hear
conversations. I can
Wow.
hear food.
It's
I can
nice
hear
and
when
hot.
food
It's
is-
boiling. It sounds like
Okay.
it's done. Seems like it's done.
Anyway, I will, my vocal cords are strained, and I will invite my friends to talk about themselves or the cultures that they came from, or if they have any questions about Rito Village, or just kind of like promote mingling.
Lo, kind of, to all of you. It's great to see you all again. I see I've been replaced, and points to Natara.
I don't think we could ever replace you, Lo.
Yes.
We have definitely missed your presence and your map making skills.
Although,
I
Lo,
will
yours-
show them the terrible work that I've done with my maps.
Although, Lo, excuse me, what's your passive perception? I think we have you beat there.
What's a passive perception?
Do you by chance have a favored terrain, Lo?
Yeah, are you proficient in the grasslands, Lo? I'm just curious.
Can you travel without being distracted or magically ambushed?
Is your favorite enemy guardians by chance? I don't know.
I know she does have like a +20 to history.
You really just turned around and destroyed this child.
She's not a
I mean,
child. She is an
Akila-
adult.
Akila is not saying that, but
Yeah, no, I'm not actually saying that either.
You know, Lo is a ranger, right?
Yeah, how old is Lo actually?
Yeah.
So Lo is 15, which in Rito years is 18, basically. So she's
Accurate.
like basically just out of high school type.
Oh man, they the pipeline of the military really got her.
That
They had the
recruiter
ROTC
demo.
at lunch, and they were like, "Join up, son. Let me tell you."
That's why I was so defensive, because it's like, okay, it's my sister. She's literally just like the age that a Rito is an adult, and you're like, oh, into the military. That's fine.
Lord Hannon over here was having conflicted feelings, being like, child warrior, but
Yeah.
child warrior. Lord Hannon is totally fine with her being in the Rito military and thinks that Lydian's really overreacting.
And ironically, Inari also probably feels the same because she also joined the military at like 18, so...
As
Oh my God.
As a daughter who was yelled at for trying to fight to save her area, yeah, Akila also sympathizes with Lo.
I guess we're gonna rename our group from 11th Hour to Military Industrial Complex.
I'm all about sending kids at the Guardians, baby. Come on.
Sponsored by Raytheon.
Yeah,
Get
let's
Raytheon
go.
back on the stream.
When you need child soldiers to be blown up, I can find the fine products at Raytheon.
Our
Good
knife
Lord.
missile.
Nice missile.
Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. This guy-
We've lost all of our Twitch Raytheon sponsorships.
No, we gained some, man. You don't understand. Any press is good press.
Anyway, where were we?
Natara was probably gonna try to talk to Lo.
So, I was actually in this group before you were. That's crazy.
Lydian was telling me about you. You sound like my sister. I think you two would get along.
Oh, really? What's she like?
Well, she likes navigating. She's currently on a ship somewhere, but she's a navigator for the ship. And yeah, I don't know.
Wow, I mean, we're nowhere near like a sea or anything, so that's pretty crazy. That must be very far away.
Yes. I don't know where exactly she is.
Is that good or bad? Do you want to know where
Bad.
she? Oh, okay, I gotcha. I see. Okay. Well, I'm sorry about that. I hope she comes home to you soon.
Me too.
Well, and anyway, so you guys begin to like take from the stew, and it's pretty good. It's not really, it's undersalted, really, but it's still pretty good.
Guys, we have rock salt.
And Goron spice too. And Ari like slips like and whips that out and like puts a little in and like looks at the rest of the group side-eyed like
Sarah moment.
anyone else want some? No? Okay.
I'm gonna be idly like slurping from like a cup while working on things. Jenna, do I know if I give the infusion to give armor cold resistance, if that would be of benefit with dealing with cold weather?
Yeah.
It would?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm doing that then.
I'm gonna-
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna like, I guess, ask Kaba and Nari like, oh, can we like look at your weapon selection?
Yeah, can we?
I mean, we don't have much of interest here. Do you want to see my bow, though? My bow's quite interesting.
I mean, of course.
He pulls it from his back, and it's this really big bow. He says, "This is the falcon bow. There are not many like this. It's a weapon designed for and only usable by Rito captains."
How does the bow know if you're a Rito captain or not?
No, it would be people that aren't Rito captains aren't allowed to use them. And I mean, if you do, it's just kind of like a social and societal, cultural. Don't do that.
Ah,
Yeah.
yes,
That makes sense.
I understand. I understand that greatly. Yes.
Oh, do you have something similar in your Hylian Sheikah culture?
Oh, not necessarily a weapon, but there is certainly that sort of structure that there are things that only certain people can do of certain statures. And
Yeah, that's how it works here. But if you guys did want to, the armory is and weaponry is down. Not armor. The weaponry is below. If you wanted to look, we have swallow bows and Rito spears, feathered edges.
Shoots up and immediately starts
Oh,
doesn't even listen to the rest. Got you. I'm gonna go check that out. Hey, hey, Laura Hannon, do you also want to go look for some weapons?
I do, in fact, want to go look for some weapons.
Notably, Lord
Thanks
Hannon
so
has
much.
a bag of holding.
Oh boy.
So Inari, he follows you downstairs because you kind of leapt up and began showing yourself down that way. But you guys go down the creaky flight of stairs there and come out to this. It's the same kind of thing where there's just kind of this woven stretched fabric to kind of block, like to act as walls almost. On this like wooden floor below here, there's like there wasn't a rug upstairs, but there's some kind of like woven rug down here as well. And similar to, as I said before, there's like a rack of spears, a rack of swords, and multiple racks of bows and barrels of arrows.
Holy shit. And Ariel like walk up to his spear and just kind of grab it and sort of hold it out to kind of study it.
Yeah, it has like little decorative feathers and beads kind of at the base of the spearhead that kind of adhere it. It's tied to the stick that it's on. And it has just colorful strips of fabric and stuff to kind of act as like grip areas for it. Like two-handed and then one-handed spaces.
Oh wow, this is a wonderful craft work. I went into this.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of been here for a while. I believe the old weapon maker used to craft these bladed weapons, but we don't have much use for them nowadays. It's more so just show as the patrols go about the village.
I'm a bit of a spear specialist by chance.
Really?
If you're not using them, would you take money as a trade for one of them, perhaps?
Oh, let's see. How many are here? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are spares, and we do have 2 new Rito. You know what? Yeah, we could probably spare one. You said you would exchange coin for this, rupees?
Sure. Yes. We have gems too.
Gems? Of what sort?
Maybe
Well, I mean, preferably rupees, but we do have gems. I know Inari had on her in particular 2 sapphires. That's a lot of money for one of these spheres, though. She's not going to mention the sapphire. She'll be like, I have a topaz.
You guys have all of it as well in the bag of holding.
Yeah.
I feel as though that might be a fair exchange. Could probably fashion some sort of gift for my wife's birthday, which is coming up. My wife's
That's such a
military corruption, baby. Arms sale.
That's such a lovely idea. You know, in Gerudo Town, we take some of these gems and we have a jewelry maker, and she makes jewelry out of topaz. So you might be able to do something here, and your wife would very much appreciate it.
Oh, I don't know if jewelry is necessarily considered attractive around here, but it's not popular necessarily.
Oh my god, are you wearing a necklace? You look like shit.
That's literally all Natara wears.
Yeah, Natara and Inari are both now like culturally fugly for some reason.
Yeah, Inari's got like a nose ring, earrings, like, ooh, this is...
But no, I had other ideas. Maybe some kind of centerpiece on a little box of some kind, or I don't know. I just thought it would be a nice thing to go off of. So yeah, you have a deal. Topaz for a spear.
And Ari's just like, man, what a waste of a topaz. After she hears that, she'll say it out loud. But she'll give him a topaz. So we have.
Okay. Oh, you got it.
Yeah, I got you. Is that just like the normal spear?
It's a normal spear, yeah.
Okay, I'll just add that
see
in
if it has. I think it's just called a Rito
It's probably. I feel like it's like available for like 50 rupees or something, and then you it's like a whole topaz.
But Inari sort of woofed it. You know, it is what it is.
It's fine.
So when you say there are barrels of arrows, like how many how many arrows are in a barrel?
It's feathered spear is what it is.
Okay.
you glance into an open one, Lorhannon, and it's just kind of like they're literally just stacked. Like I guess barrels isn't the right word. They'd probably be like smaller crates to fit them. But they're all like laying on their side, and there's literally probably a couple hundred across all these boxes here.
They wouldn't miss,
Are you trying to swipe a
Oh.
couple?
Well, I mean, that topaz that we gave him was obviously worth more than that spear, so, yes. So yes, I am.
Give me a sleight of hand
Rito-
check, please.
The Rito are trained archers. They never miss.
We need to get Lorhannon the full set of thieves' magic items so we can have gloves of thievery as well.
Ooh.
Oh!
I don't know what it was. Oh, it's an 18.
Yeah.
18. Teva is like kind of looking at the analyzing the topaz that he has just acquired in exchange for giving a spear, and he does not notice as you swipe. How many are you going for? Just like as many as you can just grab?
Yeah. I'm going for as many as I can grab.
Yeah, I'd say reasonably you're able to take about 6.
Okay. And they're just regular arrows.
They're just regular arrows. Seems like they're used for training purposes here at this archery range. But and it's pretty dark down here. The only light that really comes through is from the cracks in the ceiling / like upper floor from the fire that is up there. So yeah, he definitely does not see as you swipe these. Anything else you guys want to do down here?
Can I follow them down? And did I see shields when I was there before?
You did not.
And I'm debating if taking a spare feathered edge. Well, I would have to like buy it or something from him. So I'm good for right now.
But then eventually, those of you that are downstairs make your way back up. It is extremely late. You guys are very tired. Oh, that was supposed to be with.
Yeah.
Disadvantage.
I'll do it. I'll roll
Do it
again.
again.
Come on. No!
Oh, that one.
I don't want to.
We're getting the stocks.
Busted. I got busted.
I don't want to go all the way back. It's fine. We'll leave it as is. He did not notice.
Yeah.
You guys are already back upstairs. So anyway, carrying
You
on.
forgot the rule. You forgot the rules. Haha.
You forgot to roll
Therefore.
at disadvantage.
And the number one rule is if the DM forgets the rules, anything's legal.
No,
Exactly. That's how it
you
works.
have the level of exhaustion, my friend, not me. Anyway,
Which there's a
don't
like
really
in your
know
sheets
what the-
you can track it as well. There's
Yeah, I
a thing
was
you can
gonna
turn
say,
on.
If you open your character sheet.
I think it automatically. Well, I guess it didn't. If Ben had it on and it didn't apply it.
It just tells you what it does.
regardless, it is late, and it seems that the Rito warriors that are here were just kind of like cooking because they quickly realized that they weren't going to be able to make it back to the village tonight. So they're planning to just hunker down here. There do not seem to be beds anywhere. This is a pretty small structure. But you do have 2 levels to kind of spread yourselves to rest for the night. Is there anything anybody wants to do before going to bed?
Hey, Keela,
Hmm.
look at what I got. It's just to like pull out the spear. So You know how you made the last one sort of just fly around all over the place?
I made it specifically fly back to you, but yes, I know what you're talking about.
Yes. Is it possible to do that to this one?
Well, and then I will lean back to reveal the sort of like I'm having the mechanical spiders spinning silk, like layers of silk onto the ground, and trying to fashion in them. The choice I would put to you is: do you want your spear to return to you, or would you prefer to be a little more cold resistant?
This is a very good question that you are posing to me right now.
I think you take the. I don't know.
I
I don't want to
gotta.
influence actually.
I should take the. I should take the cold resistant armor for now. Should be responsible. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. She'll give you
So
her
yeah,
armor, I guess.
your radiant weapon is Gonzo,
No
and
more.
now you have your armor has been infused to have cold resistance.
Yeah, let me remove that +1 from my glaive.
In the meantime, can I also, or after that takes place, can I ask Aquila to hand me the Sheikah slate?
Sure, I'll give it to him.
Um, if like as everybody's like settling in for the night and everything, can I pull Loa aside?
What do you want?
Hey, look, I don't know if you want to talk to me right now. I'm sorry for blowing up earlier, but obviously it's a lot. I did want to show you if it's any compensation. Remember that weird rectangle that we found that we were trying to activate?
Yeah.
Check it out. And I would like pull it on and like press the power button and like show her like some of the slides and like the like light up things when you touch it and that
Mhm.
stuff.
Yeah, she's immediately like captivated and fascinated by it, and she begins to try and like move, like select the tabs and stuff, and she's, wow, that is insane. Never. How did you make it work?
Has she taken notice of LG at all? Or no?
I don't think so. I think LG has been kind of quiet and just like on the other side of the fire, kind of like under
On his
like
best behavior.
yeah.
Yeah.
LG's just behaving, like just trying to thaw.
He's up to something.
So we traveled all the way. I mean, we went to Kakariko. We talked to Impa, the Sheikah there that was like an elder, and we went all the way up to Akala, up on the map. We found this scientist named Robbie, and then we went to this tower where he had this missing tool that could fix this ancient slate called a Sheikah slate, and the tool is sitting right across the fire over there. It's actually like a miniature guardian that I've had reservations about keeping him around, but he seems pretty harmless at this point. He was able to help us get this thing activated, and I mean, we don't really know what it does, but we know it's going to be important.
I thought that was something that maybe Aquila was just like building or something. I didn't realize that that was a thing that you guys found.
Oh yeah, it's like some 100-year-old tool or something.
That's strange. It kind of, I mean, the slate and it kind of resemble those like shrines that we've seen around. That's kind of interesting, I guess. I don't know. I don't really know much about that. I'm more of like a ruins kind of person rather than like a this thing still works kind of person.
I know, but it's cool when like old stuff,
I mean, yeah,
perseveres into the future. And
it's definitely interesting to see the weird technologies of the past. And I'm pretty sure, just looking at that, it's definitely more than 100 years old.
anyway, yeah, I don't know. I figured it'd be a cool thing to to show you like what we've been doing since you're gone.
Yeah. Why did you guys come here first instead of going to the village?
We heard Kree and Teba might be here, and we wanted to stop them if they were about to militarize and go fight the giant beast. We just figured it was the most immediate point of action.
Yeah, I mean that was definitely the fastest way to figure out that Kree's not here. I think the only ones of us that know are me, Solella, Teba, and then the warriors. So actually, probably everybody in the village that's like in the village probably knows at this point that she's missing somewhere. And I know that Kree's tough, but like I'm so worried, and I'm just trying to get anybody to go out there with me. Cause I wanna. That's why I'm here. I wanna have skills and resources to go save her.
Right. Would you say that your preference is to stay back and keep Solella safe, or is it to go out and venture out into the snow?
What would you have me do, I guess?
I mean, I would say, me and my friends seem apt to going out and venturing into the mountains, and I would like it if you would stay back with Solella, but I don't want to be too restrictive because I know that usually makes your blood boil a little bit.
Yeah, more than a little. I'll think about it. If you want me to go out with you guys, I will. If you want me to stay back, I will. If you want to leave it up to me, then I have to decide still.
I'm capable. I mean, my friends have shown some otherworldly strength, and along our journey, we've been, gathering so many resources and weapons and spells and everything. I would feel more comfortable if you wanted to come with us now than, when we were a while ago. But it's up to you, and I'd have to talk with my friends about it. So.
Okay. Thanks, Lydian.
All right, let's get some rest.
Yeah. Anybody doing anything else before bed?
I don't know how much time we have before bed. You said it was already pretty late.
Oh yeah, it's already very late. You guys are gonna have to wake up late to get the full 8 hours of rest here. Okay. With that, would anybody like to stay up, take shifts, or anything like that? You guys are kind of in a more secluded place, and within a structure, and maybe some of the warriors that are here might take watch or something. But what would you guys like to do?
Aquila will, if only to do more enchanting, because it takes an hour for each one.
Yeah, and we'll stay up as well for watch.
I'm gonna sleep.
Okay, so here's the decision that we have to all come together and make then. I have 3 infusions I can use. I've used 1 to give Inari cold protection. I can give 2 more uses.
We're gonna have to buy cold resistant clothes for someone, right?
Or we can just hope they keep making their saves over and over again. Or we make food that it gives them heat resistance for the day.
Yeah. I think we do like maybe buy clothes for like 1 or 2 people, and then the rest can we can do like meals and have stacked up meals in the back.
All right. So then, who do we not want to buy clothes for? I'll enchant their armor right now.
I think I should. I would like to get clothes.
Okay. I was going to enchant you as well, the other desert person, but I didn't want to make the assumption and make everyone else upset. So I will. Unfortunately, Lydian, you lose your radiant enchantment.
Yeah.
And then he gets. You get cold resistance now for your armor. And then
what's your last one?
it's the electric resistance for Natara, which I can just switch to cold resistance.
Okay.
So
We'll
it'll
just
just be
buy
me and you who don't have cold resistance. But I have pretty good constitution. You have the flame sword, so we can buy clothes as we need.
Yeah, I think that the flame sword only provides like a little bit of warmth, so the best
Gotcha.
would be either getting like, clothes or like a super cold resistant meal or something.
I have some other stuff that can help for tomorrow as well. So I'll make sure I get all my exploration spells equipped.
Okay.
Okay.
Is anybody doing anything during any watches that they're taking?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean, at first, Verla stays up anyway, and then she and Taba kind of alternate a little bit through the night if anybody else is awake. But then eventually, at some point in like the early hours of the morning, the snow kind of relents a little, and it becomes more of just like you can't even tell if it's like a flurry or if it's just the wind blowing snow that is above you. But it's a lot lighter, and anybody who would be awake for like that kind of morning watch would be able to see the sunrise, and bring with it like that radiant warmth across this snowy landscape here. But sure enough, a little later into the morning, probably mid-morning, all of you wake up and gain the benefits of a long rest and no longer have that level of exhaustion you took to get here. And you're here at the flight range. Matt, if you could play, if you haven't been already, track J, please.
Okay, I will. And also, I have a quick question. Do I still have to attune to my Blizzard Rod since you changed it?
Yes. Not like you were already attuned to it though, I believe, so you don't have to reattune.
Yes. Yeah, I have my Flame Blade, my Blizzard Rod, and my Ring of Evasion as my 3 attunements.
Yes, it does not. It still requires attunement, but you don't have to reattune.
I forgot the flight range had its own music. I'm not gonna lie.
I was worried that it was like an activity kind of song, so I didn't want to like have it playing during the confrontation with Lo and everything. So I waited until now. But the day is yours. What are you guys planning to do?
Well, I'm rolling a D100 to start.
What the hell, man?
A 72.
Hey.
72.
Buying warm clothes, is that here or back at town?
That should be back at town.
Oh man, we're gonna have to go back a day's travel just to get warm clothes?
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately.
Do
I mean,
you
we could
think
send
we have
Lydia.
enough time?
Like, how far is it flying? Because the day's journey walking.
Well, Lydia
Yeah, Jenna,
can't fly for a whole day. You can only fly for 4 hours, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, how far of a flight journey is it?
The warriors here would know that it's only like an hour flight, maybe.
Oh,
Well, it's because they can fly straight to the village.
right.
If you guys are going by foot, you have to go around to the bridges to get to the village.
Yeah. So
Then yeah, you can run back to town if you want to spend 2 hours doing that.
Yes. So we would get so I will like collect a bunch of Tupperware and collectibles from Solella. I assume she'll like, cook up a bunch of food and stuff. And then also I will pool everybody's rupees and see how many things of armor we can get and do a little adventure solo. Is that
This
okay
is so
with
sad.
everybody?
We're not going to be able to witness whatever disaster relationship is unfolding here.
I know.
See, that's the thing.
But
I
we'll
kind of
be
like.
back here. But we'll be back here all alone with the woman who knows all of the tea.
That's so true.
No,
Fair.
no.
Fair.
Wait,
Oh,
wait,
yeah. Wait, we're staying. We're staying.
Okay,
Oh.
I don't know if we're like saying this in character or not, but like I don't know if I would like be cool with letting you guys alone because I have no way to defend myself.
We
That
need
sucks.
those warm clothes, dude. It's really cold outside, man. Baby, it's cold outside.
That's right. I can give you the bag, and we can put our rupees in there. And I trust your judgment in making purchases.
Okay. I will do my best. I mean, it really stinks because I really do want you guys to see, and I really do want you guys to see Rito Village eventually. But
I mean, we'll definitely see it when we come back.
Yeah.
Like, we're not just like, anyway, job done. Giant bird handled. Let's get out of here, guys.
okay.
That's right, the no stepping in the village challenge.
So, what is everybody's rupee count? I can just like add it up and then I'll just have that number mentally. I have 51.
79.
I have 71.
71.
I have 63.
Jesus, I am poor compared to the rest of you. I have 43.
43. Okay. So I will take our 307 rupees and see what that can get us.
Also, I give you the bag, which has gems. Hopefully, you will be.
Yes. Correct.
And our entire fridge stock as well. Do we want to take stuff out and make food while he's gone? Or do we want to wait until you get back so that he can... You'll probably want something as well.
I will just... well, yeah, it'll only be 2 hours.
Your mom's gonna have food, hopefully.
Yeah, so I'll
we can
I'll
make
eat
food.
with
We'll have forage
Yes.
food, but I don't know if we want an effect or something like that.
I don't think so.
All right,
You
then we
guys
just have
just,
forage
like,
food.
make as many meals as you can that give. I don't know if you want to stack. I think we have 2 warm Saflina and one trout. So I don't know if like you want to throw that all in one meal and then have like a big super cold resistant thing, or if it's like 3 separate ones, or
Well, if we're not really gonna get into the mountains today, I don't think we need to like.
Yeah, that's fine. We can just have forage food.
Yeah.
okay.
So
I'll
I'll mark
go eat
off
with my
5
mom.
pounds of forage food.
I will bring everybody in for a quick group hug. And then take the bag of holding and go head off towards town.
Yeah, I mean, you guys would have noticed though that let's see. So Lo's probably gonna go with you, Lydian, to go back, as well as probably Tulin too. But Verla has already left, and
Damn
shortly
it.
because I mean,
Oh.
yeah, you probably
Yes,
would have
mom.
overheard her say to Tiba or something like, "I've really got to get back to my family now," and so she would have left. But then shortly after, Lydian and the 2 younger Rito leave. Who would be up next?
But before you both leave, can you leave us one of your sending stones since you both have them now?
Oh yeah, no, true. I was assuming that Lo is going to be there. I will gladly, I'll do the selfless thing and I'll give up my sending stone to I'll give it to Aquila, and then that way Lo and Aquila can ping back and forth in case anything's urgent.
Add that to my inventory, never to give it back.
I'm going
job.
to make a fun roll right now. I'm going to roll a d4 to see which Rito warrior comes for like the next like to be posted here for the day, and some of them are more interesting in regards to like knowing Lydian than others. So this is
Just
going to be
like manually plant one.
I'm gonna leave it to fate because for your knowledge, like Lydian / Matt, Jasane, Huck, Masley, and Locrian are the 4 that I'm rolling between.
Oh, okay.
Oh God.
Jesus Christ.
I like all the scale names.
Me and Jenna made a giant. I don't know if you guys can see it, but we made a giant
Well,
map
I
of
had
Rito
this all.
Village.
Oh.
These are his
Oh my
notes based
gosh.
on my notes.
Yeah, Jenna basically went through the entire village and like in order what all the houses are and my relation to them. So we had a really great session last night.
Gosh, awesome.
Yeah, if anybody wants to do that for their own home areas that come from like cities and stuff later at some point when it's upcoming, please let me know. I have a lot of fun sharing the information that I come up with. But anyway, so we will first start with who arrives here at the this outpost almost at Janox Pass at the flight range. So a kind of like who am I getting an echo from? Okay, maybe not. A dark gray. No. He is like okay. He's more like a. What would that color kind of be? Like a dark periwinkle almost colored Rito arrives. And he has a spear kind of strapped to his back instead of a bow. Kind of arriving to take care of his post here at the flight range for the day. And he sees you all there after he lands on like the landing strip that is connected to this upper level of this structure. And he's like, "Whoa, how are there so many of you here right now?"
Hello. Sorry, we are friends of Lydian. We're here preparing and getting ready to send out our search party for one of the lost Rito warriors.
Oh, for his mom, Cree. Yeah, I'm Masley. I'm one of his friends. That's. Did I just miss him? I did not see him when I was flying over.
Muted yourself and then didn't unmute yourself, Sarah.
Sorry, I thought I was getting reverb, so I like paused myself. Yeah, I think you just missed him.
Dang, that's so exciting that he's back, though. Ugh,
Yes.
we're childhood friends. We have like a little friend group.
I mean,
Crazy.
it's so exciting to meet some of his friends finally. You must know so much more about him that we don't.
Oh man,
Wow.
we've gotten into some
Subtle.
crazy stuff growing up and everything. But yeah, I'm in the Rito Warrior. I'm in Taba's division. Which Taba, like you're good to go back to your family now. I've got this post here. And Taba kind of gets up from the stool he was on. He was kind of like fidgeting with his bow, like his massive bow a bit. And he kind of like nods and says, "Good luck to you all. I'll be back in a little while. I just want to go see my wife." And then he goes off the edge and takes off the same direction Lydian and the others had gone. And you're left here with Masley. And he kind of like pulls over a stool to like the now smaller fire and where you guys are probably gathered around. And he says, "What do you want to know?"
Oh,
Oh man, I mean, what are some of the fun, crazy things you got up to when he was younger?
Oh man, we used to. So you're not allowed to fly down by like the Tory Lake. It's kind of like a sacred thing. That's the lake that surrounds the spire of Rito Village. By the way, since I don't think any of you are from around here, but oh my gosh, we used to go all the way down there and like see who could go all the way, like who could go closer without getting in trouble from like the warriors and stuff. And we would do races down there. Oh man, yeah, we would get into all kinds of stuff.
I mean, that sounds just like him.
How do you all know him?
Well, We all ran into him at the Great Plateau.
Oh, is that where he ended up? That's crazy. I don't know where that is.
Wait, no. Yeah, I don't know if anyone else here could do a better job than me of describing where it is in relation to Rito Village, but it's sort of like near central Hyrule. Sort of. Not in it.
I've never left. I have no idea. Like, I've never left Tabantha Hebra, so it means almost nothing to me.
That's fair. I never left Gerudo Town until I've started doing this, so...
But you guys will have to stop by Ale Feathers to get a drink or two with us.
Ale Feathers.
I got a
Just
whole
you wait.
village.
That's the tip of the iceberg.
Oh my god.
We haven't even met Cass yet.
What's that?
Wait, what?
We haven't even met Cass yet.
You
Oh
guys
boy.
haven't met Cassie. Anyway.
So, I've heard that Lydian likes to put his face on other women's face. I don't quite understand that, but
I mean, all the women, not all of them, but like a lot of the women here are very into Lydian.
Oh.
Oh, so he's like a playbird, sort of.
I mean, at this point, you could kind of say that.
That's. I mean, that doesn't surprise me because we've been traveling and women have been throwing themselves at him, and it's been very interesting.
Man, it's like he never
somewhat
left.
disturbing. How often?
There's like some charm he has that I don't like. I personally like because I don't swing that way. I don't get it, but like maybe other people do, and it's just.
We've just left a trail of broken-hearted stable girls wherever we've gone.
Yes.
I so believe it. I gotta tell the others. Oh man, that's crazy. Our friend group. It's me and him, and then we have these their brothers, Mixo and Locrian. I gotta tell them about that. Oh, that's hilarious. But totally understandable though, based on his history, his track record here.
Oh, what's his track record like
brother.
here?
I mean, he had that thing with Cass's middle daughter for a little bit.
Oh!
Even Lorhan's just like, he what?
Yeah, I know. And then like I know like probably half of them at least are into him. And then he had, oh my gosh, did you guys hear what happened with Laissa?
No.
She's
what happened
she and her sister Badoli, they're at Weave the Nest, the textile business, and they inherited it after they were apprentices for their mom, Mithy, and unfortunately she passed away probably about 3.5, 4 months ago. And at that time, Lydian and Laissa, they've kind of had this like will they won't they thing for a long time, and they were supposed to go on a date together, and she didn't show, and so Lydian, he said something to her about like, you know, why didn't you show up? And she was like, I can't make it, my mother died, and he didn't believe her. But she did die.
Oh.
God, we sent that man with all of our money to go buy from an aggrieved ex.
Is he going to Weave the Nest right now?
Yeah, yes, he is.
Oh
he is
my
going there.
Why does this always
Goddess!
happen when we send Lydian to go do something?
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna be honest with you folk. I mean, so you need the warm clothes. I get it. It's cold here. I don't think he's gonna walk out with any. Unless Laius is not there. He is good friends with Badoli, too, so maybe she'll hook him up with some clothes. But if Laius is there, he's not gonna get warm clothes.
I mean, all he has to do is like, apologize maybe.
Badoli is also the daughter of this past.
Of Mithy, yes, yeah.
Oh.
So they're
You say
sisters.
friends.
Yeah, they're friends.
You mean just platonic friends?
Oh,
Right?
absolutely. Yeah, no, they
Please.
would
Okay.
never.
Thank goodness.
That would
Oh,
be
thank goodness.
insane. Literally, that would
Yeah, that would
rock
be.
the Rito Spire to its core. But oh man,
Targaryen.
This is incredible. It really seems like Lydian is the talk of the town here.
oh, he has
Oh.
been the past like 10 years. Ever since he got that apprenticeship with Cass, everybody knows Lydian.
Wait. He got the
Everybody
apprenticeship
talks about
first
Lydian.
and then started to date?
Oh my gosh.
Well, I mean, 10 years ago, they were still children.
Oh,
But I mean,
see,
like,
I
I
see.
guess we were too, but we were just a little older. But yeah, no, that's been a recent thing because I don't know. I can't keep his daughters straight. It's the green one. I don't know. They're all beautiful. Don't get me wrong, but it's the green one.
Green one.
She has she's been doing an apprenticeship with Lydian's mom, Solella, the one that cooks really well. So she's been around, and that's been going on the past like what 4-ish years now. So that's kind of been a thing, and then in between that, it's been Laissa, and then that's really been yeah, that's been the talk of the town.
So you don't know the green one's name?
It's like I don't think it's Keel. Maybe it's is it Genly? Is that one? Is that the one? I don't know. I hope. I mean, it'd be nice to end up with one of them. They're beautiful, but I can't keep them straight. They're like the same
Lydian
Rito.
can't either.
There's the same Rito in different colors. It's
rude.
crazy.
It doesn't say. I mean, she's gonna have to compete for his affections because he has a Hylian male woman that
Inari.
He has a male wife.
Inari, this is just mean-spirited now.
No way.
No, I think this is fair.
Oh, tell me more about this.
Well, she's very gorgeous. So, like, blonde. And she delivers all of our mail usually. We always run into her. And so we send letters. And I can't tell if he, likes her, but he does act a bit weird around her. And we had to... that lets us having to explain what romance means to people in our parties. So...
Well, I mean, romance is like the language of the Rito. That weird behavior is probably just his insane game.
That man just simply thinks with his bill all the time.
Man, that's
Massey
incredible
cracks up
because-
at that.
That's incredible because us Gerudo, we need classes to learn how to be romantic. So it's amazing that it's just so deeply ingrained in your culture.
Oh, absolutely.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Ari looks over to Lorhan and just like, I got the tea. I got the goods. Like, completely ignores Aquila being like, yeah, this is kind of, so you're a warrior as well.
Yeah. Been one for, I mean, I became a full warrior maybe like at this point 3-4 years ago. So I'm kind of new, but I'm a full Rito warrior, and yeah, luckily I wasn't in that division that went up to the monster.
Looks scary.
I mean, yeah, totally like singed. Like, Jasane and Huck were the two that went up with Kree, and they both ended up in the medical wing.
Medical wing.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry.
so it was pretty serious. And then, I mean, of course, Kree, like, who knows where she is?
Yeah.
Guys, I'm
We're
not
kind
gonna
of
lie. This is terrible for Aquila. There's a very serious situation going on in this pun-based town.
well, we're hoping we might be able to look for Cree, so we'll see.
Yeah. Any other conversation anybody wants to have here with Masley during the couple hours that Lydian is gone?
I think Aquila is fine.
Yeah, same.
I'm good.
Yeah. So you guys continue to chat about primarily Lydian, but also like Rito customs and culture and stuff for the 2 hours or so that Lydian will be gone. Totally lost track of time a little there. We'll take a break and then we'll come back to Lydian's adventure in Rito Village.
Oh boy.
So excited.
Love how Low is just like, yeah, this is a fine plan.
He's gonna walk in like Jack Sparrow walking into Tortuga right now. He's gonna get slapped the shit out of him.
I think we should call Low and ask her to like play back the 25 best words of the
We should use our once per day item
day.
for.
Yeah. Anyway,
All right. We'll be back shortly. Take a couple minutes. I honestly thought everybody was just gonna go straight into Rito Village because you guys were right there. I was not expecting everybody to just go around to the flight range right away.
Now listen,
Oh, curveball.
a
We're
woman has
efficient.
fallen into the Hebra Mountains.
Hey!
Build the 11th hour. Buy warm clothes. And head off to the Hebra Mountains to freeze to death.
Well, is everybody back and ready then?
Let's do it.
Let's see. Music.
Wait, sorry.
I was gonna comment before we started about
go for
how this Rito warrior comes back to like their base camp, and like one of their captains is missing, and immediately we're just like, so let's gossip.
Look, man, it's just so interesting because there's so many parts of like all our characters that the other people don't know about, and so I'm like, oh my gosh, this is a chance to farm information about Liddy. Like, I have to.
We had no choice. We had no choice.
Yes.
Well, Lydian, you are now flying across Totori Lake, or not yet, but you will be flying across Totori Lake to eventually be reaching Rivali's Landing. You're flying alongside Lo and Tulin. Is there anything you want to talk with them about before you guys arrive? You have about an hour.
I would just be asking Lo, like, and did you hear anything from this person, or like, what about your, Skysh and Keel, like the other Rito you hang out with?
Hear anything regarding what? Like our mom? Cree?
How they've been
Or-
doing?
Oh,
No,
I
I
mean,
mean,
everybody, we've been fine.
yeah.
We're trying to, we're kind of in the middle of our own investigation of the Divine Beast.
Oh,
Yeah, but not really getting anywhere because we can't go near it or we'll probably die. So,
right. Have you guys found anything though, or assumed anything, put any pieces together?
no.
Gotcha.
I mean, you know how it is.
And then-
Skysh isn't gonna figure anything out, and I mean, we're not. We're not, I guess, as we don't get as many results as I guess you and your friends do.
Oh well, I mean, like, we get we get results. It's a mixed bag with me and my friends. I mean, one day could be the best ever. The next day we're like flopping in the trough at a stable.
That sounds so unpleasant. But sure enough, eventually you guys. Oh, something else.
Sorry, had Tulin like spoken at all, or like was he trying to butt in conversation or anything?
No, he's kind of ahead of you guys a little bit, taking like the lead here, as you guys make your way back.
Okay.
But sure enough, you guys reach Rivali's Landing. And Tulin just kind of parts ways with you guys. Like, I'll see ya. I have to go home, see my mom. So, and he makes when you guys go out to the I guess road is a word for it, but the path that winds up the spiral, he turns right, and goes into the third tier.
Gotcha. So I guess if we're at Rivali's Landing, let's take a quick detour up and I guess kind of like follow him if he's going that way, and just try to get home and like see Solella and see how the place is holding up.
Yeah, sure. So you guys also go right. You go past what you know is Hearth's house. You go past Cass and Amali's large house, and then you come upon Korean Solella's. It's empty. Nobody is here.
Right. Middle of the workday, I assume, right?
I mean, I haven't been home very much, but she really hasn't been coming home and sleeping or eating. But I make her eat. And I try and get her back here to like get some rest and everything, but she's not doing very well.
Do you know where she is now?
She's probably at her workshop down at Birds of Clay.
All right. Well, I will like pluck off one of my feathers with a blue tinge on it and like just stick it in one of the wood panelings there.
Yeah, you do so. You also take note of how while the other roosts over here already have the fabric drawn for like the incoming like more wintry weather season, those shades have not been drawn in your roost.
Can I draw them?
Yeah, I mean, it would take you probably a good, 15 minutes to get them all taut and hooked and everything.
I mean, do I know if, we would get snow in the house or,
I mean, that's not necessarily an issue. Snow, weather gets in regardless. That's just kind of the nature of, these roosts, the nests and everything. That's how you guys kind of live and are able to live. It's more so just signifies that your roost is not necessarily being maintained to the seasons at this point.
Mm-hmm. Can I split up the workload with Lo and each take 7.5 minutes and go ahead and do that?
Yeah, the two of you work together, pulling out the drapes and unrolling them and hooking them onto the four corners of all the open air areas of your gazebo-like roost.
Okay, awesome. Thank you for helping me with that, Lo.
Yeah. Alright, I think I'm just gonna stay here though, for a little bit, get some better rest than we got last night. I'm sure you're probably used to sleeping out and everything, but I would prefer my nest.
I don't blame you. Although that rest was better than the rest out in the wild when we're sleeping on the skeletons deep underground that have the evil forces imbued in their spirits and all that. So
you did not tell me anything about any of that.
Oh, I thought you encountered at least one of them. Yeah, I mean, we fought off a few skeletons that came alive at night.
Congratulations, I guess.
Thank you.
I'm gonna have her make an insight check to see if she even believes you. That's going to be a 12.
What am I contesting?
I mean, are you being truthful or deceptive?
Yes. Why? Why would
okay,
I?
I wasn't.
We fought this.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if you were kind of playing it up or. So yeah, give me a persuasion check then.
Okay. telling her the truth. 19.
Yeah, she believes you. But yeah, she kind of goes over to her. I mean, your guys' side of the roost, and gets into her nest area and kind of undoes a lot of her gear and stuff. What would you like to do?
Is there anything in by my bedside that like I would have like checked up on or like forgotten about? Maybe some random like trinkets or something that I can snag.
Yeah, I mean, you probably have like old songbooks here, a smaller lute that you probably had as like a child that you still have there. Just like more so childhood things than anything necessarily useful. But your nest is very nicely made, even though you
Okay.
haven't been here for a while.
I will go ahead and depart, and I will just give a knowing nod to Lo as if to say, "Stay safe." And I'll go ahead down to past Cass and Amali's. Actually, I'm gonna quick check in. I want to pop my head in really quick just to see what's going on at Cass and Amali's.
Knots is there with her mother Amali, and you kind of peek in, and Amali is like, "Oh my gosh, Lydian! It's wonderful to see you. How are you doing, boy?"
Hi. I mean, I'm doing well. Just popping in town again. Wanted to check in on everybody, given the, everything.
Mm-hmm. And Amali is like a very like a very vibrant green colored Rito, very beautiful. It has these big red feathers and headdress kind of style on around her head, and similar matching red cloth and feather attire on her body, and she's like, "Well, is there anything I can do for you? Also, you remember Knots, right, my daughter?" Knots kind
Hi,
of
Knots.
looks up and she's like, "Hi, Lydian."
Hi, Knots. Good to see you're keeping well.
I mean, the school is closed, so we're just here right now. It's too dangerous. Can't have the young chicks flying all the way to Tory Primary.
Right. Understandable. Genli's in the shop, I assume?
I don't know.
Okay.
She kind of like doesn't even like wait for an answer and just goes back to whatever she was doing.
Okay. I will ask
Oh boy.
Amali, really quick. I mean, I have a few stops to make in town. I don't want to keep my friends waiting, but where's Cass at?
Oh, he's probably over at Warbler's Nest.
Oh, okay. All right. Maybe I'll catch him. Maybe I won't. But if I don't, tell him I say hi.
Of
and
course.
tell him. Hi, Cass. I hope you are doing well today, my friend. Be well and stay safe.
Lydian, I'm not going to remember that, though. I will tell him you left a haiku.
Okay.
Immediately, when you did this, did you like count on your like feathers? Like,
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, 'cause she definitely would have recognized this. But well, have a good one, and
Okay.
let me know if Solella needs anything.
Of course. I will go ahead down past Rivali's Landing where we came on, past Crow and Arrow, the Brazen Beak. I'm going to go past Huck and Nex, and then past Leas and Badoli's. And I think I want to make my way all the way down to Birds of Clay first.
Okay.
I know that doesn't make much sense, but I want to do that. I want to go down to Birds of Clay first, and then I'll work my way back up and do that last.
Yeah, I'd say as you go past Jasane and Misa's house, you would probably see through like because there's no doors, the open entryway of their house. Jasane is kind of resting in his nest. Kind of has like a bandage. Like his right wing is in kind of a sling. but he, doesn't really take note of you as you continue past onto Solella's workshop, Birds of Clay. Here you find Solella surrounded by a unfathomable amount of newly spun. Also, play what is it? The Rito Day, the K song K, because this is not.
Yeah, but it's like cute visiting family music.
Yeah, but
I will play.
the Rito Village. You gotta get the vibes of walking through these colorful streets, and you see like the since you've been gone, the sign above that says Birds of Clay seems a little bit more vibrant. Perhaps the artist has come back and touched up his work on this sign in particular. But she is just surrounded by all sorts of like freshly spun plates and bowls and urns and just all around in the workshop that haven't even been fired yet, just because she's just been at work making them. And she's there with like all of her like the wheel and everything, and she has her back to you, but you can still see like from the angle that she is like spinning another urn right now.
What do I know from my childhood about like what she told me about interrupting her? Like, is it okay to at this point in the clay making process to interrupt her, or no?
She literally anything for you guys. She would not ever reprimand you for interrupting her.
Okay, then I would just like give like a knock on the side of the door, and be like, "Mom."
She kind of like jumps at like the knock, and hearing "Mom," whips around, like totally just letting go of the clay that is before her, and just turns around, and she doesn't look very well. She's kind of a little bit, not necessarily like thinner in frame, but seems kind of like gaunt, like she hasn't really slept well or eaten well in a week. But she has the same kind of like almost golden feathers that you do with your browns and everything, though she has some white feathers starting to appear around her head. And she turns around and she goes, "Lydian, what are you doing here? I had no idea."
I just give her a big hug.
Yeah, she rushes over and like embraces you. She's just like a little bit shorter than you are, and so she kind of reaches up to embrace you. Are you well?
I mean, the better question is, are you? I mean, I came as soon as I heard about everything.
She kind of like lets go of the hug, but still holding your shoulders. "Oh, please do not worry about me. I am entirely fine. I've been so worried about you since you left."
Oh, there's no reason. I mean, I've been messaging Lo every day that I
know.
can or remember. I'm hoping she gives you some good updates. But I mean, I met a bunch of great friends, and I don't know. It feels like we're doing some good work out there.
I'm so proud of you. You're such a talented young man, and can I make you something? Would you like?
Oh no, I mean, finish this clay pot first.
Um,
I can sit and talk to you.
It's not important at all. Please, we could go back up to the roost. We could go down to Ale Feathers and maybe have a meal there. What would you like to do? You're home.
No. I mean, I'm not home for good. Unfortunately, I mean, me and my
Oh.
friend's work is just getting started. I'm
Well-
sorry.
Oh, I see. Are they here? I can make something for them as well.
No, they're back at the flight range right now.
At
But
the flight? Why are they at the flight range? Were you at the flight range?
yeah, yes, yeah, we traveled out there just to get to talk to Teba.
Is
or
there
any
any
of the
word of
military
Cree?
members
She
that were-
interrupts you. Is there any word of Cree?
No, sadly, there's not yet. But I think me and my friends might make the voyage out to the mountains and go look, send a search party. I mean, the military seems very insistent on staying here, so we might have to go ourselves.
Don't tell me you'd be going too. I couldn't lose both of you. That would be.
Oh, trust me, Mother. I will not I will be more than fine. I mean, me and my friends have gotten out of perilous situations countless times. I think we'll be okay. The most important thing to me is that you are keeping yourself healthy, and you and Lo are both safe here.
I mean, we're fine, and Lo is following Kree's wishes, I guess, and has enlisted to become she's a warrior in training now, I guess. Though
I already tried to talk her out of it, and I mean, you know her. Once she makes up her mind.
I know, just like Kree. And you as well. All of you are stubborn.
I mean, me and my friends are making that trek out to the mountains. Do you have anything that might help us either in terms of clothing or in terms of like some spicier ingredients that could help with the cold resistance?
I don't. Well, I could make I could make a vegetable stew with spicy peppers in it. Would that be to the effect of what you would like? I would have to run down to Slippery Falcon to purchase them. I don't have any on hand.
Well, I don't want to inconvenience you. Maybe,
oh no, that's not an inconvenience at all, Lydian.
Mom, if the ingredients are down at Slippery Falcon, I can just go make them myself and everything. I appreciate it.
No,
I really
let me cook for you. I haven't cooked for you in months.
I mean, if you want, we can go head back to the house and like have a meal. I'm sure my friends are eating a meal right now anyway, so I can catch up for a little bit and get some more information. But I really, really have to be going soon. It was only meant to be a quick pit stop in town. Obviously, wanted to see you.
Well, I appreciate you stopping by. I would have been heartbroken had you come here and not said hi to me. So I guess this is the better outcome, where I have to say bye to you again. But
it's okay. It won't be the last one.
So what can I do for you then? If anything?
Well, what's can I ask really quick about the all these projects you're working on? Just I'm assuming getting your mind off things.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, I'm just keeping busy. Also, I'm pretty sure the wind or the tremors from the horrible voice on that monster up there destroyed a lot of the platters and just me, yeah, at the ale feathers. A lot of it has been destroyed, so I'm just trying to help them out by making a whole bunch. Maybe this is, looking around at the workshop, maybe this is a little excessive, but, well, then I don't have to make more later.
So when the beast actually came into town, I mean, what was it like the day of the attack? Anything of note?
I mean, Kree and Lo were actually having a fight during supper when the beast blew in. And so I have to imagine that is part of why Lo feels responsible and did what she did, joining the warriors.
Right.
I mean, Kree was hard on you for not going into the warriors or taking on some kind of apprenticeship that was more realistic than your work with Cass. But Lo, 15 now and still hadn't decided on what she wanted to do. She just wanted to study and do research. But and though we told her, maybe you could teach at Totori Primary. She didn't want to. She wanted to just do her own thing. So Kree was not happy about that either. 0 for 2 with our kids is not a good track record for somebody as precise as she is.
I think she would make a fine researcher should she choose to go into that, but throwing herself into the military doesn't seem very sustainable, at least as far as I'm concerned.
Certainly honorable, especially from Kree's perspective. I mean, she doesn't know at this point that Lo is a warrior.
Well, regardless, I've spoken with Teva about keeping Lo safe at all costs and making sure that, she gets proper training in light of recent events. So just try to focus on Solella for yourself, okay? The rest of the family, we're all growing up. We're all getting better at holding ourselves down. I'd appreciate just take care of yourself for me.
She puts her hand up to your cheek, and you kind of press into her wing a bit. And she says, "You amaze me."
Thanks, Mom. Let's go ahead and get going. In the meantime, you can go ahead and put a pot on the stove up at or if we have bird stove. I don't know.
It's a fire in the center of the room that has a cage around it, basically to protect you guys from the fire.
You can go ahead and if you want to, feel free to get a meal started, and we can chat with Lo. She's up there right now. In the meantime, I'm going to see if I can buy some ingredients from Slippery Falcon and maybe visit the the Weave the Nest as well.
Really? After what happened between you and Leisa?
Well, no, Mother. It really, it's like I said, we're adults. We can put things behind us. Me and my friends, we need warmer clothing, and that's the only place in town to get it. So,
good luck to you. I'm going to go buy the Slippery Falcon's entire stock of spicy peppers.
Not if I get there first.
And she kind of leaves you. She actually is going to start cleaning up a little bit in her workshop first. You're free to go wherever you'd like.
Let's see. Yeah, I think I do want to. I think it's worthwhile because I want to rush up these interactions, but I think let's just get this over with. I'm gonna go north to Weave the Nest first, and then I'll go to Slippery Falcon and buy whatever Solella didn't make for us.
Yeah. So you go up back the way you came, a little bit backtracking to Weave the Nest. Another beautifully painted sign outside that says the name of the store here. And within, you find both Bedoli, Leisa, and also, who's the other? I need the doc to load. Is it?
I have the textiles is Keel.
Keel, yes. And then Keel is there as well. You walk in to see Bedoli is kind of teaching Keel how to make those shades that kind of cover the openings in all the roosts, and so they're kind of on the left side of the room here, and then Leisa is folding some clothing over on the right side of the shop here. She notices you come in and begins folding the clothes more aggressively.
Hi. I'm gonna say hi to Bedoli. I'm gonna look at Bedoli and say hi.
Bedoli kind of picks her head up. Bedoli is both the sisters are kind of maroonish colors. Badoli is more of a purpler maroon, while Leisa is more of like a lighter pink maroon. And so Badoli picks her head up from her work with Keel and goes, "Oh my goddess, Lydian!" and kind of runs over and gives you a big hug.
Mm-hmm. I'll hug her back and say, "Hi, it's good to see you again."
Ah, you're back! Wow, that's crazy.
Yes, I mean, my friends and I, our work isn't really done. We're just taking a quick pit stop in Rito Village after I heard what happened. I was really and truly, honestly, we were just looking for the best place in town for some winter clothes, and I just so happen to know the best textilers in town.
Oh yeah, we actually just got this place like under control, basically, since of course our mother's
Right.
passing a couple months ago. But
Again, very sorry about that.
thank
Very
you.
sorry to hear about your
Yes,
mother.
it was sad. But we actually just acquired a new apprentice. I believe you probably know Keel.
Yes.
She's like weaving right now, and she's just kind of looks up and she says, "Hey, Lydian," just from across the place. And she kind
Hi,
like
Keel.
her gaze kind of lingers and stuff, like seeing like that you're here. And she kind of like straightens herself up and like continues working.
Oh boy.
But yeah, Badoli is flattered about the the best place to buy textiles and everything. Yeah, I mean, we have been working to make a whole bunch. I mean, as much to replace the last year's stock, I guess. How many do you need? Do you need just for yourself? What are you looking for?
I believe, one entire set. If not two. I don't know what you guys would run as far as rupees go. But
with that, Leisa pipes up 300 a set.
Oh boy.
Hi, Leisa. I didn't see you. I hope you're doing well. I am, like I said, just a patron today. That's it. 300 a set. Is that the usual price, or are you being, playing those games?
It's the Lydian special.
Oh.
I'm going to turn around a little bit to Badoli and be like, Badoli, how much do you sell the winter sets for?
Normally they're like 50 rupees. I really don't want to step on Laius's toes on this one. Step on Laius's talons on this one.
I will say, I will get down in front of Leisa and say, Leisa, how about now? Me and my friends have been traveling all about in very adventurous landscapes, and we found a lot of very cool treasures and fought important monsters and things. How about you sell it to me for how about you sell it to me for the usual price and a sapphire?
Sorry, that's not how we conduct business here, Lydian.
Okay. Have I have you been how have you been? Have you been seeing anybody, or how are you doing?
I've been just fine. Doing the best I can since my mother passed away and all.
Yes. And again, I'm very, very sorry to hear about your mother. I'm so sorry about that. And I'm so sorry about our So I should be. I will be right back. I will collect those rupees for you. I will be right back, and I will abide by the Lydian special. Thank you for increasing the price by about 600%. I will go ahead and I will go ahead back down, and I will talk to you later. And I'm going to skitter out of there and back down to the Slippery Falcon, where I'm looking to sell some of these gemstones.
You don't even get a buy from the other two women there. They just kind of like look at each other and don't make eye contact with Leas and just get back to work. So you head to the Slippery Falcon then. You go all the way down, past, through like the second tier, down into the first tier, and you arrive at a large general goods store that has a little alcove kind of built into it. So whereas most of these structures are round-ish in general, though they are like sided, they're all anywhere from like a hexagon to like an octagon, like in shape. This one of the sides has another sort of polygonal, I guess side to it. That's more like a little alcove that has a little, kind of like it's a fish market. It's got like ice, it's got snow, and like little dividers with fish in it. And you come in to the main store area, where there are baskets that have various food items primarily in it, and then as well as there's the fish market there. You would know Fryson is behind that fish counter, and then his mother, Misa, a good friend of Solella's, sees you come in, and she goes, "Ah, is that Lydian? How are you doing, Lydian? What can I do for you?"
Actually, I mean, first of all, question for Jenna: do I know about Fryson's little pop-up shop, or is that new to me?
It's been there.
Okay.
It's relatively new. It's like new within like the past 2 years. But yeah, he kind of is there.
I will just use the typical like catching up, like why I'm in town, like how's Skysh doing, and all this stuff. Basically asking her what they have as far as spicy food in supply.
Oh, we actually just got some peppers. Literally a day or two ago. You are just in time for that. Would you like some? 12 rupees a pepper.
How many?
Let's see. We have 7 left.
Yeah, I think I will take, what is that, 84? Yeah, and also before I purchase this, do you exchange, if I was to sell you a gemstone, would you exchange rupees for that?
Yeah, we could do that.
Okay, fantastic. I will knock off, I will also add in the document of holding for us. We have 307 rupees. And then I will knock off 84 of those and buy all the peppers.
You now have 7 spicy peppers.
And then I will sell off the... What else do we have as far as gemstones go? I'll sell her a ruby and a sapphire.
Ruby and a sapphire. She is able to offer you 210 rupees for the ruby and 260 rupees for the sapphire.
So that's we have 223, and then so 210 for the
ruby and 260 for the sapphire.
260 for the sapphire. So we have total 693 rupees, and then did somebody add the spice ingredients, veggies? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Awesome. That's great. I will thank her. I also pop over to Fryson too to see if he has anything. And like also like what other kind of wares generally would I be interested in? I know that they have like butter and stuff, but like anything specific with cooking resistances or buffs or something.
Not necessarily anything for that purpose, but they do have a lot of ingredients for like recipe cooking here. They have my dock is loading, but I know they have Tabitha wheat, goat butter, and come on, load. And also okay. Oh, I see. So they have Tabitha wheat, cane sugar, and they do have sun shrooms here also.
Okay. I will hold off on sunshrooms for right now. I think we'll be good with the peppers. And I just put in our group document. We had group bank account, and then I changed it to groupies.
Matt and I are like trying to one up each other
I
in
will
jokes.
pop in
I have
with,
to admit defeat on that one. I lost the battle on that one.
And then what's Fryson selling?
You pop over to glancing over at Fryson's area. You see below the where the snow is and the fish are. There's a sign that says Kingfisher, and as in like this is his little part of the shop, and that's the name of his shop. The sign is new. You knew that he was kind of opening a thing here, but the sign is new to you. He has hardy salmon and voltfin trout here for sale.
I will purchase like 2 of each of those.
Okay, the hardy salmon goes for 40 rupees each. They're big fish. And then the voltfin trout, kind of like a narrow fish, but they have kind of like some kind of like what I'm trying to think of like a good way to describe that kind of taste. You would know because these are like the 2 most like common fish in like around the village and everything. You know that it kind of has like a strange sort of like carbonation kind of like tingle to the meat, which is it's good. It's actually good. People wouldn't believe that, but those go for 24 rupees each.
Okay, so I will buy. So we have 565. I'll buy 2 of each of those from him.
Yeah, Fryson's just a couple years older than you. You come over and he's like, "It's great to see you, Lydian. You look great."
Oh, I mean yourself too. The shop looks very functional, and like it's working well and everything.
Yeah, I mean it's official. 5 just did the sign art for me, so it's in my mother's store, but it is my own little shop, Kingfisher.
Did we add those to the fish category? If not, I can just do that.
No, I got distracted.
How expansive and like organized is this stock? You guys have like
It's
veggie
very
category, and
It's
I mean
extremely
that's
organized.
how I have everything because I have it all divided up and all. But it's fascinating.
We have a fishies category and a seafood category.
Yeah, I do also.
Okay, so that's so I bought 2 hardy bass, so that's 3 hardy bass, and then voltfin trout. Okay. So 2 voltfin trout. Awesome. Then okay, and then I will go ahead pop back up to Weave the Nest, like say my goodbyes and everything. Pop back up to Weave the Nest. Walk in the door with 565 rupees. And say, hi, just sold off some of those gemstones. I got the rupees now.
All 600?
What?
600 rupees. Oh, it was 300 I said before, right?
I thought she was just increasing the price right now.
Well, no. So it's 300 a set, so you're getting 1 set?
I'm getting one set, I think.
All right. What size are you looking for?
Small size?
Oh my god.
Seems
Wide
fitting.
man.
And she gets a small size for you.
What?
It's not for me. It's for a friend. You. Listen.
I'm sure.
Oh yeah. Okay. You know, I've been seeing somebody.
Oh God.
God.
Really?
Yeah, she's she's a male worker.
Who's first?
Is
She's
it?
actually a female worker.
Female worker.
Wow.
Is it Kessa?
Kessa. No, who's Kessa?
She's the HPS worker that comes by here.
Oh no, I'm not seeing Kessa. She's actually Hylian.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good for you, Lydian.
Yeah. I guess it is. I guess it is good for me.
I'll have you know that I've been sort of seeing Locrian.
Oh, you've been seeing Locrian. Okay. What
Yeah.
what attracts you about him? His jerkish personality or a small penis?
And here we go.
It's the upgrade for me.
All right, nice doing business with you, Badoli. I will take one small winter set.
Badoli kind of gets up and comes over, and like she and Keel have just been like listening to this the entire time, just like jaw agape. And she goes over and pulls which color would you prefer? There's a reddish one and a bluish one.
Give
Or
me
I
a
guess
bluish
for
one.
your friend. Yeah. Okay. Produces a bluish one for you. Gives you the whole set and everything. And so you have one set of small sized warm clothes.
Okay. That will fit Aquila, right?
Yes.
Okay. With that, I just make my goodbyes and then go head back up to Solela and Kree, their house, which is also my house.
Yeah, you go
Um,
back up the spire, back to your mother's house, and before you even get there, like right once you get past Rivali's Landing, you can smell that Solela has been cooking something. You recognize it immediately, and it kind of just takes you back and just makes you feel good. As you return to your roost, she's in the process of making something, a stew, it seems. She's very good at making stews. And she says, Lydian, would you like anything in particular? Would you like fish stew or carrot stew, mushroom stew?
mushroom stew sounds wonderful.
Okay. And she goes ahead and she continues cooking and preparing mushroom stew for you. Anything you're doing while you're here?
No, I'm just intending on riding out the rest of the interaction with like, if like her and Lo have any other thing to tell me about that, and I can recount them. I can regale about like, oh, like I realized that I could maybe control monsters, or I can put monsters to sleep, and like I have these abilities that I'm very proud of, and my friend is 8 feet tall, and one time she was 16 feet tall, and like just kind of recounting a bunch of stories.
Yeah, you recount all this as she finishes up making stew, and then she puts it, instead of serving it for you, she puts the whole thing in like a sort of a jar, like a ceramic jar, so it'll keep and so that you can transport it easily. Kind of like latches it shut so it doesn't spill, and that will be it's just like it's a special thing made by Solela, so it's gonna be good,
Yeah.
She gives it to you, says, This will help you guys when you venture into Hebra. Please be safe. Good luck. Says your goodbyes. Anywhere else you want to go before you head back over? It's probably been about an hour and a half since you arrived.
Yes, yeah. I think that's it. I don't really have anything else. I do. Let me think. Peppers would go with. Well, do I have all of our food, or do we? I have the bag of holding, so yes, I have all of our food. How long would it take me if I was just to cook something that like I could also keep for myself with like 4 spicy peppers, or I'm thinking about like meal prepping like for when we go hiking. Am I able to do that right here?
If you want to, though, like might be kind of tough to transport, I feel like, since you already have a big jar of one.
Then yeah, I will just take my spicy peppers and go ahead and leave. Say my tearful goodbyes and all that.
No, tearful goodbyes. Solila hugs you tight, and like buries her beak into your feathers and just kind of says like, "Bring her home for me."
Of course. Anything for you, Mom.
And then Lo was like gonna go to bed, didn't really quite. She's been there for the conversation. She gives you a hug too, and she's like, "Be safe, big brother."
I will quick kneel down to Lo and ask her if she's made any sort of a decision about like if she wanted to stay here or go ahead with us.
Kneel down. She hugged you. She was standing, and she's taller than you.
She's taller than me?
Yes.
That's not what I envisioned, but okay.
Yeah, she's very like lanky, like a crane kind of.
Okay. Regardless, I will like out of earshot of Solila, like when she's like busy packing up the mushroom stew, I will ask Lo what she thinks like she'll do.
I'm gonna keep training for now. We'll see if Kree gets back and that changes, but that's my plan.
Can I have a left-wing promise that which is the equivalent of a pinky promise that I'm just making up right now, that you'll be super transparent with me over the sending stones?
Yes, I will be. Okay.
I hug her bye.
Yep. And with that, you begin making your way, taking off from Rivali's Landing and making your way back to the flight range. Meanwhile, crew that's here, what are you guys up to? It's been a little bit. Sorry about that. You guys decided to not go to Rito Village, and there's a lot in Rito Village.
Hell yeah.
Been 3 hours now. Should we use the stone to get in contact with him?
Well, it's an hour's journey there and hours back. I think we give him a little more time. But...
Yes. I mean, maybe it took him an hour to run around and haggle for things.
I know I said that trust him with our money, but I don't trust him with our money.
Yeah. Yeah.
In the meantime, while we wait, is there... Natara, you need to submerge yourself for the day, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm imagining finding some frozen lake would be unpleasant at the very least.
Like... If we enlarge our cooking pot, can I fit in it? Can we just melt a bunch of snow in there?
Yeah, hold on. Let's find out. Well, first off, the downside, I don't have enlarge reducer prepared for today.
Okay. Never mind then.
I prepared several other things.
I mean, in an attempt to try and figure out what to do for water, for the day, maybe Natara, at some point, you kind of wander over to the takeoff area where the Rito have been taking off and landing from. That is kind of connected to this upper part of the structure, and looking out to this kind of hole almost in the earth where wind just seems to be at an endless supply in an upward trajectory. You would notice that there is water at the bottom of this, though it is really far down.
Like Tanagar Canyon far down, or?
No, not like thousands of feet down, but like far down.
I have spider climb if you want to try and run down and take a bath real quick.
That would be good, probably. Thank you.
Before I send you on your way, I'm gonna ask the captains here. Our companion needs to submerge herself in the waters below the wind source. Is there any danger within those waters?
The only one here is still Masley, but he just says, I don't think so. Nobody's really gone down there. We don't really have a need to. Just very, very strong winds, so be careful, I guess.
Okay. I will cast Spider Climb on Natara.
We'll climb down into the water.
Yeah, you're gone for a couple minutes because it's very far down. It's a couple hundred feet, but being able to just adhere to the face of the rock makes it a little bit easier. You go down, and on your way down, you go past a bunch of like targets that are kind of fastened to the rock wall in different places, and like make your way around those, and then sure enough, you are at the bottom of this hole in the earth.
I'm gonna hang out there for a little bit. Spider climb lasts an hour, right?
Yeah, you got time.
So, yeah.
Yeah, make a
Oh, that's
What's that?
Sorry, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, while you're down there, make a perception check for me, please.
Okay.
Notice the megalodon that lives down here.
21.
That'll do it. As you're kind of swimming around, you notice that there is a chest under the water.
Wah!
So you go down. It's locked, but there is a chest down here.
Interesting. Do I think that I can try to open it? I know Aquila can theoretically open it. Is
How
there?
are you trying to open it?
I don't know. I suppose I probably didn't really like bring anything down with me.
You probably have your equipment and stuff.
Can I try and hit it?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
The classic.
The
Give it a
easiest solution.
Hit that chest.
Yeah, make an attack roll.
Okay.
What are you using?
Oh, I guess would I need to like hold on to it?
Hold on to what? The chest?
Try and the chest, yeah, to try and like keep it.
No, it's under the surface of the water, and you can breathe underwater, so you're just down there. You can just
Okay.
kind of hit it using your quarterstaff.
Yeah, I got a 9, so.
You kind of jam it, but it does not seem to do anything. This chest does not move. It's kind of like half sunken into the soft, like subsurface, I guess, at the bottom of this pool here.
I don't think I could reasonably carry it back up with me, right?
I mean, what's your strength score?
Oh, she's a strong lass.
She's strength. She's pretty strengthy.
2? Or that's a mod.
That's the
What am-
modifier.
Oh, 14.
So, and how much stuff are you, like, in pounds are you carrying currently?
62.42.
Yeah, reasonably, you probably would be able to carry this.
Oh, let's go!
And I will carry it back up again.
The strongest fish woman alive.
It takes you a little bit of time to kind of like pull it out, but you do have the time since you can breathe underwater, so it's not that difficult there. Once you get it loose, that is. Takes a little bit of time, guys. The tar is gone for probably like half hour or so. I mean, depending on how long you would have been hanging out down there to like just chill. But she comes back up with a metal chest.
Like, look what I found down there.
It's hard. That's amazing. You carried that all the way up here?
Yeah.
I feel like none of us besides Inari could have done something like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
I couldn't get it open.
Can I canonically come back right now and ask her the exact same question? Be like, wait, you carried that all the way up?
Lydian comes back and says that very first thing he says.
Yeah.
Maybe it has warm clothes in it. We wasted all our time.
Oh my god, if it does.
Well, they'd be waterlogged, surely. I will take out my little automatic lockpick thing machine that I have and try and pick the lock with my thieves' tools.
Okay, make a check for that, please. Is that just Dex or something?
No, yeah, I get I'm an expertise with all my tools, so I get to add double my proficiency.
Wow. So what's that gonna be?
22.
That'll do it. Even though this metal chest is extremely rusted and a bit dented as well, you're able to use your tools there to undo it, and click, poof, it pops. There's a
I will
lock.
step back and motion for an Atara. You should open it. You found it.
Just gonna kind of like, yeah, carefully open it, I guess, and see what is inside.
This is a woman who's opened trap chests before. She knows.
It is full of murky water. Though, looking inside, it seems to be there's a glimmer of something kind of reflective in there, and you reach in and pull out a gold rupee.
Whoa! We're rich!
There's the 300 back! I mean, I didn't spend.
Oh my god,
$300.
wait. There's actually a chest at the bottom of that has a gold rupee in it. That wasn't even intentional. Oh my god. I'm trying to get you guys to, like, not become rich entities, and it's not happening.
The gold
Own
rupee
land. Next
Gold
up,
rupee
get a
is-
windmill.
is in fact 300.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Bump that up, anonymous hyena.
I hear Lydian say that, and I said, "You spend how much?"
Listen, inflation really hit the village hard after the whole bird attack thing. It was 300. That was the price.
300 rupees?
It's
For
fine.
for 2 pairs of clothes.
That's
That's more
What-
money I've seen in
what-
my entire life.
I pull out the Aquila-sized winter clothes that I got. I got one pair of clothes.
What? Lydian, like 300 gold rupees. That's the cost of like a designer outfit in Gerudo Town. This is not a designer outfit.
Well, I mean, it looks bluish. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I got it. It was like guardian blue and stuff.
all right. I'm going to go change.
You
I
said you
think
take the bag back, Lorhannon?
You are not getting the bag ever again.
Lorhannon is the bag holder now.
The bag man.
What are you sorry? But I
Batman.
also picked up some hardy bass, some Voltfin trout, some spicy peppers. Like me as the only one who's not ready for the mountains right now. If I just cook myself meals that are spicy, I'll be fine. And I mean, your enchantments have everybody else covered, Aquila.
Should, yes.
Okay.
Mosley is here, and he hasn't said anything because there's been a lot happening. But he does kind of stand up, like leaning up, like with his spear, and he goes, "Hey, Lydian."
I will like look at him and kind of do it like a double take, and then like stand at attention and be like, "Soldier, don't talk back to me."
He gives like this like kind of obnoxious laugh at that, and he like kind of like embraces you and like just is like, "Oh man, I was actually just about to tell them about that one time we played Spin the Bottle."
Oh no, Masley,
Oh.
how much tea did you spill?
Oh, wait, what is spin the bottle?
Oh, it's you.
It's a game that induces. It's a game that induces, and then I'm gonna look at Lorhannon, face pushing together.
Tell me more.
That's how Lydian had his first kiss.
Who was it with, Lydian?
I mean, could have been anybody in the village. We gotta get going, guys. We have to get going.
All right,
Yeah.
how does it look? I think it will suit well enough for the cold weather.
You look good.
Great.
Fantastic.
What were you discussing?
Something called spin the bottle.
Oh, is this like another Rito cultural ritual? Like the captain's bow?
I think so. They kiss after spinning the
Oh.
bottle.
Yeah, essentially, you and your friends sit in the circle, typically a mixed group of guys and gals, although it could be anybody. And they spin like a clay bottle usually, and if it lands on like one person and then another person, those people kind of, will kiss. You know what kissing is. Not everybody is graced with that knowledge, but yes.
I'm not sure how that works with
Friends?
geeks, but
Yeah.
I will assume it is very clicky.
And friends do that? I
Um,
don't know. I wouldn't want to kiss my friends.
Well,
Well.
I mean, I don't know. Like I said, the Rito are very like romance and flirtationships are kind of integrated into the culture. So it's kind of like, I don't know. It's not like an embed in a specific part of the culture, but it's like a subsect that the adolescents do. And we had done one time, and Masley was just shutting up about it, right?
Okay, I'm sorry.
Wow.
I guess we should go.
I have one question. Well, actually, one question for you, Jenna, and then one question for Lydian. What's the weather like at this moment?
Oh, I did not roll for it today. Let me see.
God, if it's another snowstorm.
I really hope it's not, because I can do something cool.
1 second for the... Actually, I think it's just here if I go here. No, everything has to reload. It's really fun. There it is. So, it's actually, even though it just snowed, there was just a blizzard. It's actually kind of warmer today than it was yesterday, which is a little bit nice. But then beyond that, I mean, right now where you guys are, it's windy because you're right next to this basically wind tunnel. But beyond that, it is no longer snowing. It kind of cleared whatever that blizzard was past, and it's kind of a beautiful day.
Clear skies then?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to turn to Lydian. How do you spell Kree's name?
Kree.
20.
Really?
Just 20?
It's 20.
Well,
KRE.
thank you, Jenna.
Okay. I am going to pull out the Aquila slate, and I'm going to write on the Aquila slate a 10-worded message, and I'm going to cast Skywrite.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. What does the message say?
I am going to write, project into the sky, so clouds will spell out Kree, comma, create a signal, rescue is on the way, and then sign it as Lydian.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yes, I can send Skywrite as well, but it has a range of sight, so I'm hoping this gets a pretty good coverage of the Hebrew region.
Wow. Excellent
Wow.
work.
Incredible. I love that. That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, you guys see as the clouds in the sky kind of shape and take form to read this message. Oh my gosh, that is awesome.
It should last an hour. If there's like a storm or high winds up in the upper atmosphere, it'll blow it away, but it should last for at least for a little bit.
Yeah, no.
I give
That's awesome.
Aquila a big hug.
If she's out there, hopefully she sees this and it'll make our job easier.
Mosley's just like looking at the sky like, how the hell did you do that?
Sheikah technology, my friend.
I'm also going to use my mage hand and like poke at Masley's shirt and have him look down, so that I can like do one of those things.
Yeah, he fully falls for it, and you like flick his beak, and he's like, "What? What are you? Oh, come on, Lydian! Ugh, you and your tricks."
That's what
And I'm gonna
they call a tricky lid.
re-roll my D100
Oh?
and this time.
Oh.
Let's see.
I'm so curious what this all does.
Oh, that's this is interesting.
Ooh.
It starts raining. The Skywrite goes away.
Ooh, interesting.
Oh god.
Wait, what's happened?
Jenna thought it was interesting, then sent it to Ben, who also said it was interesting.
Wait, send something to Ben? How?
Yeah, because it's
Or,
a secret thing.
Oh, it's just for his secret thing. I thought it was a group
Yeah.
like thing for the day. My bad. I didn't know we were keeping secrets.
Where have you been?
Ben's character is in the party. Like we have secrets. That's how it works.
It's rolling. It's for me.
It at this point is probably around like 12 or 1 o'clock in the day here. So you do have like half a day if you guys wanted to do anything.
Mm.
I think we should start to head out then.
Yeah.
Unless you want to make a meal before we go.
Well, yeah, I think. Did you guys make a meal yet or no?
I guess we haven't really
Ate,
eaten yet today.
we had,
I did subtract from the forage food, so we ate there. I just didn't know if we want to make like recipe cooking stuff. We consume half a gallon of water a day, Jenna?
A gallon.
A gallon, okay. Then yeah, that's correct.
If I were to cook for myself, Jenna, like if we make like one big group meal, say we do like stamina or something. If I were to make just the hold on, the where is it? Sizzle fin trout and like 2 of the peppers, like, or like I'll probably do like 3 of the peppers, maybe.
I would tell you, I mean, you know, you've grown up eating fish a lot. Just the sizzlefin trout would be
Yeah.
enough for you. You wouldn't need to throw the peppers in. Though it might help.
But like, yeah, I was gonna say the peppers would probably help for the cold resistance. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna say the sizzlefin trout and 2 of the peppers. I'll throw in for like a little side meal for myself.
Okay. And your recipe cooking here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
How are you doing it? Also, change the music back to flight range, please.
Oh yeah. Let me. What number was that? Do you know? Oh, I found it.
Okay.
I found it. I will tell you, I just saw like Solella cook again, so I'm trying my very best to like emulate her style.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like it's charisma. I feel like go ahead and make a charisma check to cook this.
It's not. What? Hold on. Let me stop this.
Anna, do you mind moving our circle to where the flight range actually is on the map?
Let me make this as accurate as possible. It's like there. So you guys are like here. Or
So we knock off
no,
1
like
sizzlefin, 2 peppers.
there. So
And I will go ahead and roll charisma check. And I'll give myself bardic inspiration. Why not? I got a 20.
total
30,
of 20.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, you cook up a very, very, very spicy fish dish. And yeah, you gain the full benefit of resistance to both cold damage and resistance to non-magical cold damage. So you are good for 4 hours, it says.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's what you have left in the day to travel, really. So that's not that bad.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just need to. I'll amp it up a little bit next time.
Okay. So are you guys taking off then?
Yeah, I think we're saying goodbye to Masley. If anybody has anything else left to do, and then besides that, we'd set off towards the first peak where they said she was beyond.
Okay. Masley kind of directs you guys. If you wanna, you could take the path back down through Dranox Pass, and then go east at the crossroad, and just follow that path, and it'll take you to the Trailhead Lodge.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Yeah,
Maybe we can rest up at the lodge then.
There might even be one of the guild rangers there, though we're not supposed to like them. So
Just to be clear, is he suggesting we go back like southeast here, or is he suggesting
No.
we go north and then east?
it's north and east. It's like basically right. Oh, that's not a thing. Right here, in that kind of curve there. He's saying that there's a path that goes there, and it's like the trailhead basically to get into Hebra, the Hebra Mountains. So that's where he directs you guys to go. You could probably get there by sunset.
Okay, let's do it.
Yep. And so you guys set off. Marching order, activities, what are people doing here as you're going through a couple inches of snow? The path is a little bit hard to see because of yesterday's snow. But Yeah, is anybody doing anything while you guys travel?
I mean, Inari will be in the back as usual.
Foraging
I'll
or
be. I'll go in the middle. I'm going to try tracking to see if we can track evidence of anything.
yeah.
Anything that Crew could leave behind.
Sounds good.
I will be second rank and navigate with the map.
Okay.
Yes, that makes me first. Right.
Unless you want to switch with me, Natar, and you want to track, and I can lead. But me leading has been historically great for directions wise.
I can lead us.
Okay.
Warhanan?
I'm gonna. I guess I'll try foraging, perhaps.
All right. So I believe everybody should have those rolls. So I think everybody is making survival. That is. So we got tracking for survival, navigating for survival, and then foraging. If anybody's foraging, survival.
I'll give one of my flash of geniuses to you, Lydian, to make that a 13 instead of a 9.
Okay. I mean, are you sure you don't want yourself?
I don't think it'll do it. It'll make a difference for me.
Okay. Jenna, so far I have a 9, which has been bumped to a 13.
Okay.
Lorhanan has a 4, and Aquila has a 4.
Great work, guys.
Going well.
Warhanan, what were you doing? You were.
I was foraging.
Okay. Yeah, you're not able to find anything. Aquila, you looking for tracks are not able to find anything that would suggest a injured Rito had passed through here. But Lydian, you are able to keep everybody on the path the entire time. Prevent everybody from getting lost. I will need also a d20 roll for the day, please, friends. If anybody wants to do that with your great rolls you have happening right now.
I'll do it.
Go for it.
20.
All right, so 11.
11.
Not bad.
I'm 11, so shut the fuck up.
11. Interesting. Come on. Cool. Okay. So you guys begin making your way. Matt, will you please play track, I think N?
Okay.
I think that's what I want. Yeah, we'll do N. And it's still a very nice day. After an hour, the clouds that read create a signal, rescue is on the way, Lydian, dissipate. But they were up there long enough, and you guys feel confident that if somebody was in Hebra, they could see that. And so you press onward, and eventually the day begins to come to an end as you can see in the distance the destination that you're going for, which must be the Trailhead Lodge. But along the way, just before you get there, Natara, you hear some kind of bubbling in the distance. It's been a mostly serene walk here, as the snow kind of muffles everything. All you can really hear is like the crunching of the snow under your feet. But you can hear in the distance some kind of bubbling, and you kind of look in that direction, and you see some smoke of some kind, perhaps steam, coming from that way.
I will point it out. Where do we think that's coming from? I might ask Lydian if he like knows of anything that's in that area.
I mean, my brain is only thinking about like if it might be Kree trying to burn snow or something and like create like a pillar of steam. But as far as naturally occurring things, I'm not aware of any sort of like underground hot springs or anything like that.
How far is it from us?
It's kind of up ahead on the left, not very far from the lodge that you can see that's up ahead on the right, just further.
I mean,
We're heading that way, right? Anyway.
can't hurt
Yeah,
to check
It's
it
just
out.
Natara picked
Yeah.
up on it.
Yeah.
Tara
check it
notices
out.
things.
The high passive.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys continue on getting closer to the lodge that you could see up ahead. You can see that there is smoke coming out of the lodge. But then there is also... Now, it's... Compared to the smoke, you can tell that this is steam. You just can't see the source. There appears to be some snow-covered shrubbery of some kind that blocks this, as well as the elevation. It is higher up from the path that you guys are on.
Do we think we should like go past the lodge really quick and just see what the source of this is, and then we can circle back?
Maybe. I mean, you're the one with the meal-based limitations, so as long as you think we're good, can't hurt.
Jenna, how long would it take for us to go check it out and come back?
It's maybe like 5 minutes up ahead at this point. It's close. You guys would just have
Okay.
to go up to it.
Yeah,
It's just whether you want to
I
or
think
not.
I think we go ahead and we investigate that because we should be looking out for anything.
Sure.
Yeah. We did ask for signals, so
You guys hike up the hillside to get up to it, and you find a little hot spring.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh. So, I mean, on the way back, this might be helpful for you, Natara. I don't know if hot springs fulfill the requirement for daily submerging.
It would. It's
Oh,
water.
okay, sick.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, make a note of that.
yeah, really.
The steam kind of hits your faces that have been blasted by cold air for the past few hours, and it feels really nice.
And Ari's gonna dip her toe in and just smiles.
Yeah, it warms your shoe.
Yeah, and those heels.
Yep, it's warm. It seems that now that you look and have the vantage point, it seems that perhaps the Hebra Trailhead Lodge was built in proximity to this on purpose.
I see. If we have a slight vantage point, right now, can I like maybe fly up like 20 feet and just kind of do a little surveillance?
So right now you are on like a little hill basically, and you're at like the same height as going across the path, the top of like the lodge. You guys are now starting to be dwarfed by the bases, like the mountains that you're at the base of right now. So you could fly up a little bit and get a view, but you're not going to be able to see much unless you went hundreds, thousands of feet higher.
Okay, I do that. No, I'm kidding. We should. All right, we can circle back around and see who's making the smoke in the lodge.
Yeah, you guys head back down without going into the hot spring, and make your way over to the little lodge that's there. It's bigger than the shack you had gone by before, though in red letters there is painted on the door CD.
Does it have any significance to you, Lydian?
Yeah, there's actually a one of the Rito elders is named CD's Nuts, and I kick open the door.
You kick open the door and find startled Rito, a woman, with spiky feathers atop her head, and bright orange, warm orange feathers all over, with like leather armor, just like jump. She was in the middle of making a bed, and she goes, "Ah!"
Who is this?
Who's this? Why are you just kicking down the door?
I'm sorry. Listen, we're looking for my mother. Jenna, do I recognize this person? Is what I meant.
You
to
don't
ask.
recognize this person.
We're looking for my mother. My name's Lydian. These are my friends. Who are you?
I'm Kenliana. Kenliala, sorry. Yeah, Kenliala. Cardinal Directions. Hebrew Rangers Guild.
Ah, got it.
Do you need something?
Yes. I mean, like I said, my mother was lost out in these mountains a while back. Her name was Cree. Is there any? Have you caught wind of anything, or is there any way that you could assist us in tracking where she might be?
Well, I haven't seen anybody out there, though I do know the Hebrew Mountains pretty well. My going rate is 20 rupees a day if you wanted to hire me to help you find her.
That could be good. Yeah. I mean, what do you guys all say? Do you think having a navigation guide would be helpful?
If time is of the essence, absolutely.
Yeah. I don't know
mean-
this place.
You've never been into Hebra, and none of us certainly have. So
All right, we'll take you up on your offer, Kenliana.
May we lodge here for the night?
Yeah, I suppose. Nobody else is here but me, so go for it. There's, bunks.
We promise we're not ruffians.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of startled me, but, welcome to the Trailhead Lodge, I guess.
Okay, wonderful.
I guess we'll set
Thank
off
you.
tomorrow. This is this is not normally how business is conducted. Normally, people don't kick down the door; they knock, and then
Well,
I
it's a
offer
very
services.
urgent matter. Usually, people don't lose their mother either. So, I mean, that's kind of given our our radical state of affairs right now.
All right. Well, feel free to get some rest or use the stove. I was just gonna be getting to bed, actually. So
We will be quiet as church mice.
sure. I will see you all in the morning then.
Okay, see you. I am interactioned out for the day.
I think he's.
And remember to go to the hot spring at the beginning of next time when we leave.
Yes,
Mhm.
definitely.
Yeah, and with that, we will pick up with that night, I suppose, and then the in-person session of finding Lydian's mom next week.
Yes.
or not.
Or not.
Or not.
Oh my gosh. Session was so fun.
This woman is actually a Yiga agent, and she's going to lead us into the mountains and go, haha, see you later, shitlords, and then disappear.
Incredible. That would be an incredible interaction.
Oh my gosh. That was... I wish you all would have gone to Rito Village instead of just Lydian going back to the village
Nah.
he knows, but you know what? It's fine. This worked
Get
out.
there.
Nah, I think we shouldn't go back to when we get his mom as well. I think we should just go straight to the Divine Beast and then just leave. Don't even stop in.
Yeah.
Like, what would everybody else do there, though? You know? They would all
Yes,
just be
and-
laughing at me the whole time.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I mean that
think
is an
that's what's gonna-
upside.
I think that's
Yeah.
what's going to happen at every town. Like,
Wow.
I think there's going to be one sacrificial person in every group who gets.
Oh.
I just
yeah.
can't.
No,
I
not
just can't
just
wait for us
Lydian.
to get to like. I can't wait for us to get to Gerudo Town and Lorland City, where like it's one of you guys' like one of your spotlight episodes, and then we're like, oh, haha, you and your mom don't have a good relationship.
No, yeah, that's not even it. You guys
What,
can
what a
have so
fun
much.
what a fun bit that is.
You're gonna have so much content.
How are we gonna get Lydian into Laurelin Village? Is the real question.
Easily,
What do you mean?
because by then I'll have spells.
Gerudo Town. How does Lydian get into
oh.
We're
don't
gonna have
know.
to invest.
Disguises.
We're gonna- yeah.
We
And
gotta
We're
this
all
is what
go.
I'm-
spellcasters.
and I
Is
think
that-
Inari can get disguised self at a certain point, or whatever.
Notably,
Not
disguise self only works on your
No,
self.
no, not disguise self. It's something else. I can't remember. I have to
Seeming?
check. No,
And
I
Ari's
might be
gonna
misremembering it.
I also have greater invisibility.
That's
But
right.
you want normal invisibility, not greater invisibility.
That's gonna be the wild part is
Normal invisibility
Yeah.
lasts longer for some stupid reason.
True.
Yeah, there's many things that you will get to make fun of Inari for when you go to Gerudo Town, as Jenna knows. So this is just like
See,
one.
I just had a weird grandpa. You guys have such home-broken backstories. Just have a normal family, guys.
And then there's me.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
you're too. I like that you're doing the anthropologist bit of like tell everyone that your sister's lost on a boat somewhere.
I miss her.
Maybe someone will know what boat you're talking about eventually.
I miss her.
I'm trying not to just fall apart.
Both of the tall women in our party are bending under extreme emotional weight right now.
Yeah.
Short
Amen.
Don't
women.
forget to stop streaming if you
Everything's
haven't.
a-okay for short women in this party.